pepombo sumi January in fie pinuni eduonu enan edane ewukwada Wednesday 17th January 2024 in the year of our Lord. Yefeme radio kwa wasan wo Kwame Nkrumah Tikese me morning show president of the land. For Bible ni enkinka onyankopon asem ayinfunguma edi nkan etre edu enkono ye kenkan na ye de abepem enwotwe. 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 1 to 8. Yeti onyankopon asem. Na obeka Jezebel de Elia ye enu nyina ne sadie okumadifo ne nyina nkranta no. Na Jezebel sma obofo ma no ko Elia nchen se.
Okay FM 101.7.
Say na enyame no nyame na say nso na wonfa nka ho. Se wo kyena sese na mama wo kra aye se wo mu baako die. Na owunu saa no ni nkwanti osuroi na okoi. Na okodu Beersheba a eye Yuda de no. Na wogya na bofra no ho. Na wono de onante esre so da koro kwan so kotena sisia biase. Na wasrema ne ho se anka wongu. Waka se ayeye afa Awurade fa me kra na menye nsene magyanom na ode ne woto sisia biase. Na hwe obofo beka no na waka kire no se sorry didi. Na wohwe na hwe ofama wato no nyansa maso ni nsuo kuru wasi na tifi. Na wodidi na wonome na otoho dai. Na Awurade bofo sane beka no imprenu so se sorry didi no kwan no ware ma wo papa. No sorry na wodidi na onante aduane no ahoden mu adaduanan awia ne anadwo de koduru nyankopon bepo herop so. Obi abisa na asama wo kenkan ye ase ne sei. Ase ne sei Elijah onyankopon difo kese a na wo man mu ana abusumsuma se kuro no ma ana wo se woni abusum no ebesia gan ana wo se obia nhihye firewood enyina ma obia mfa eja nso akonfo nkom wo mo de wono Elijah enso be ye ne de na de ne de ogya be firi soro aba abehye no sa nipa kro no sa ye ba la konfo no wo mo nyame no eso se onyame obo ade en wo mo kom ba la konfo no ogya ntimi enfiri soro amba. Na Elijah tie mu frɛ wo soro nyankopɔn ene wo jafri soro be hye o hye afode ni nyina eno achi ena Ahab ne nkrofo no eko Jezebel ho eko kan ne asie nyina ena Jezebel esoma me ekobo Elijah amane se akonfo bala konfo 400 awukum wo mo o kyena no pa me mama okra ayese omu baako.
Okay FM 101.7.
Elijah ti asemi ya pabam wadwane minu mi enu duru ba bia ne ayese Elijah wo haw ba yan so a ne afi die nyankopon ayamaye doctor no na ekasa se yare we de yare wuo eno an doctor na kan de ye wie ya ba ne sa ne yire fi ye nyankopon bosia wo kwaje ya wo de ye adwuma bosia no eja to store no mama na hye e ka wo nko na ka wanum adura wu ya de ye fi se hwan ne boska ye woni pa bebre ya ebe 5 years ekoni wonya adwuma nyai enti empa ye kora wobo no abrase ye woni pa bebre wa won hanya poto won hu kyese abrabo no wonu ne wonye na dwen ne se bibia si ba ne ye fi sa nyame no a wo hwe ye nso ma ye da so tia se kopim mfia ye di no sa nyame kro no ahwe so na so hwe kakra na aba enti Jezebel ehunahuna Elijah wakum bala konfo 400 no wonam nyame tu me so no ama oba Jezebel ehunahuna na ma na dwane minum ye no duru ba bia o how kitwe bi then we recoil into ourselves ni akota baby ekom kakra bi na aba ohia kakra bi na aba yade kakra bi na aba abasamtu kakra bi na aba eno ano no yegidi se nyankopon apaye na okay kan kwa wose na wano de onante esre so da kro kwan so kotena asese bi ase na wasra ma ne ho se anka wongu onyame difo ana ebo mpa yesa awurade kaba ya kume wase ai ewo mu se mekum bala konfo 400 ewo wudimu na wo me yabosomsomfo na enso oba Jezebel ekwa so obekumi dia awurade me pa acho kume wa kume na ose ayeye afa awurade fa mekra na menyansene magyanom minum ye no da bi o waye bompa yesa ye ka me kokora nanka menni wiase e ka me kokora nanka mennia e na sa trobu ya ba betome e ka me kokora no nanka metu kwan ko ba bi nanka abetome. That is an abdication of responsibility, spiritual responsibility. Edu babia ese sorigina na ye diti ye ne o haw ne tentam edu babia ese sorigina na ye so wo na ba ye bone sompa ye edu babia ese kai se ye nyankopon no wote ase wasrama ne ho senka wongu wasrama ne ho se enka bibi nto no kora na koy accident bi kora nsi na wa fam wagu na bibi atwa na wada so agindin saade no wada so gindin saade no wose na hwe obofo be kan na waka kire ne se sorry didi baby a wani so tutu aka wonsam a woda ho no anopa ye awurade asoma obofo bi se wo mra wonchen na waba kan chela wo say sorry didi yawe wodu tugu shaw wodin kentene wo ho wobofo no de ne sabe kan wase na wo hwe na hwe ofama wato nyamframa so ni nsuo kuru wasi ne tifi na wodidi na wonome na woto dai obofo be kan wie ye no ebe se ni nkuran ebe ma na duane na wodi ye wie ye no still or dwe wo haw no edu ba bia ye problem ba ko nie ye dwe wo haw no ye ni si wo haw no so sinse ye ni besi Kristo so wo wie ye no onyame di for Elijah oja di for no wasa to fom wada ene awurade bofo sane be kan no imprenu so se sorry didi wo kwan ne ware ma wo papa onu a wonsu wo ga hai wo tete se o hawa beto won we ne twato de a kosusu enyai se yare a abawo no we ne twato a yare wuodi a koso ne di abobo wo hia aba no abasam tuo no se we ne twato a ene koso di yaw nanso se nye we ne twato de a ene yire wo mpai bum ma wani mre sori gina se o Kristo ni hwi asempre nso a obe sori mpre nso o hwi asempre du a obe sori mpre du bofo no ka kire ni se sorry didi na okwan no worry ma wo papa so di abobo na ekwan no worry ma wo wonya ntwanwie kopim se Christ beba no wonya nwie mu die shaw sapom nsuo na kwanim na 18 se na wo sorry didi ni wonome ne wonante aduane na woden so aduane mu awiane anagye koduru nyankopɔn bepo heropo wonante awurade ahodim anopai awurade ni sunsuma hyewoma anopai wosoma me se mbe hyew nkurai anopai wo ka kire me se me bɔ kasaye se onyame ka wo ho sa side sie da ni butu na se me poko bupu mu a ensuo na ɔka wo ho anopai wo a wura ahoe wo a woni da so asa wo abamu abuo wo a eka wo kana kwa ka wanu aduru enka wanu aduru na wonya nkopon ka ho ba bia wo bia adom ene yesresa ampaye Jesus din mu ene abompaye fagidi kase amen ye kenkan efri anfo nwuma bedi nkan etredun kunu mu baako ekopim motwe onyame asem ye fagidi kase amen.
God bless our homeland, Ghana motherland, faithful and together. Hello, my brother. 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 Hello, my brother.
Chibia Ghana mai betum pon negina wo mamba power jene Ghana ho kane Chibia anye na magani amagashia ni huna magawo ho Chibia eyegigi
One parliament members attending the sitting in Ghana move. Hello, man. One parliament members attending the sitting in Ghana move. Hello, man. Well, are you excellency was strong and never give up. Hello, man. Hello, man. One time your excellency was strong and never give up. Hello, man. That's our doctor.
Okay, 101.7 studio nyame seme yoda faza ke siema this way chocolate window nyani so share ye koko papa bi odia ye wonya so share boto anu anu no wona wo kro we are good to go na enuane no ahyemu ma se be ena ye abusua nkyemfa anopai papa ne bobi maame ne bobi nkwara ne nyina mo bobi ansa ne mo fifie de oko school ko de oko ni maso eso eko na this way chocolate drink no say the medical can be bia auto provisions bia obenya bi ato e ma bi pa hoda wonya biscuit bi ananse pan bi a o de boswa eye pa this way chocolate drink the ohiara any insuahye na emom program nyina no ipam cho kame woni ya fast da kese ma Vodafone for say what bibia ba ebeboa me ene wo pa the friend made for me offer M for M made for me offer any wo pe data anase voice officer ehwe baabia hwe Vodafone for wo unbeatable deals agite se eniema power de ma wo no episu bi ni baabi enie se wo pese wonya de Vodafone e de ma wo adodode de pa ewo eye nkratomo mu a dial *530 hash *530 now get you onto any of the Vodafone made for me bundles no oh ukuta one city mpa one city ubetime nya Vodafone made for me no aye de onye one city o obema offer bebre credit bebre wo de be call one city this true ye na won kro kitu mu no ana ye de ye ho nhye dan ye de no ni nyina ebebo apa especially wo amene wo kasai etimpa cho dial *530 hash and now it's my Vodafone app. Let's subscribe. Vodafone further together. Okay, 101.7. So in na yankwa na fi yeni enkomo. Oh, ina na atna se. Ina na kwame mo atna se. Nana.
Oh, no.
Hey. Sorry didi. I know what pa. Yebo ye died ekwano wa tibi wibi no ekwano wa
say no ana yewura doctor say Kwame despite ni no ofase doctor Father Dixon wu say fiti sabre ya kwapem 10:30 de na na wa
and your mammy this way, no?
Yes.
Say no.
Oh, and then the pumps do baby. So we be told you feed in your mere.
Oh, Nana.
Welcome, Bala comfort 400.
Nana.
Na Oba.
Nani. No, I'm bro 400 do.
Me from the sir.
Aha. No, Baba Cope.
Or Baba Cope.
I'm already finya.
Aye.
Hey.
Nipa dodo a aka kire sa wo ho ofe no won kai ba ko se
wa wo bra na no se ka ba wa am
ase wo ho nye fa
na ya
what je saade na tum se se we kan se ho nye fenti enu anu
we ya na no se multi socket we e kan ya se
wo ko pa adwuma ankrofo ama assurance oh debi okwa be yi wo shey bu okwa say o kwan yo say o nka me ko pa adwuma say sa na me ko ye ya
mfa ma me oh nana
wo ko hospital ho empendudu a ko hospital enya ya hwe du okra wa anko nyame asa yare doctor ba ko pe nurse ba ko pe ese yare we de
edu be ko wo mu
wa ji adi
aba
wo su ho
oh Yami ewure fidi anyame aye
no na fi yame no
ona nantina David me pena asem no
so abofo no kura ba ne nche no obema na duane no wodidi wie no sa to ho chese stay wo twa ni wu
okay fam 101
Uzi David die no say
won na David say 1% ni wure be fi no hunti ode fulani atade no esen ahimfi obebia na konwa ni si no abribia no wakai bebia urade ni fi
kai egugu gidie sunsuo ne ma ne ye prom ne so ababa
asam ni ye asampani ni
egugu gidie sunsuo
ya
ne ma ne ye prom
na so ababa
oh yes anana say adwuma we kwa obi akoye bia boka enu anu onye
enti say adwuma no obi nye endi yie
obi nya nyinie
a wontumi fa no de ani se ohun kuran
doctor bi so be wu ne nyankopon sesen
nyankopon sesen whose report do you believe na asem na de chen ai baby skit
na wonim se o ka kire ni wie no wose na onanti aduane na ahoden so awia ne anadwo kopem se ukoduru nyankopon bipo horso
wow
ti ye gire nyame ahoden so a ye bedi okon kunim yare so kunim
enkugo so kunim yare so kunim enimguase so kunim
ebedi
ye bedi atamfo so kunim hallelujah
amen nana yanko yahye hudi die yanka jangum
ya zawon
ai
ana na me dase ene delegate de bokrata no front page enimu ho ena watwa mfonyin bi na mfonyin no eye tamale picture ena otwa ya wokyeremu ana wo picture nimu no aye tiniama nyokuo NDC hedwobodo emrante wom na emrante yi a delegate de atwa wo picture de ato front page no wokyeremu emrante no ejigatoroto semolomole amatamale ehuru se convention modukoko wo mama tamale ehuru pa sempampa amu obia wodon nkwan bia eyi na sempaboa anya rane na we nobody tano do cola with speed dwania na nkrofo dwane free tamale esanse NDC mrante yi se adan ena northern region vice chairman Alhaji Gbewa NDC penifo atena wa hwe ayenhwe ama yatena kwose possession sentini se wo mchemu vice chairman yabonu kwa edu se northern regional treasurer Haji Ashamima Yakubu wode nensa kwakeka no kwan bone so ama Haji akora funa no Haji ni dodomu sen be tu kuratu ama Haji akora ntumi nidi aji koku na no enom se ya assault nti yatena kwose police station NDC meburu se wo mama NDC mpanimfo fitinda kwose dwada wo man hwa ma yeyi vice chairman Alhaji Gbewa eni ma pani bi antuni na nsi tamale ante sa de a wo mo be man express passport na kwasema do
panimu ben no every ankraha na enfi kumasi na be bi matamale
national executive bia
executive nana charge no it should be assault and battery
Come battery ya.
Debi.
Na come ya car battery so
assault no. Who did not attempt cry assault.
Verbal assault.
Yeah. Battery ni de wo do sakan.
Body
What
contact.
swam
What dinani so?
What dinani so? What marino?
Yeah, Mama Rika.
Mama Reka just a mesh wasum. How's that kasa?
And why you not somebody and Marika?
Another what's sinikoto?
Siko me Dimitri.
And now I want a tentem.
What one again?
Tentem.
What's in the
Aha. Set so you on sassy. Now the book what one tentem. Chino.
The mouse pan now call you to me dislocated.
And now say what Ashton because what's surrounding?
Yeah. What's not say good?
Asana see go. Now me body so surrounding.
Yes.
Nana to us so near there.
Hey, Nanay. And na asem no. Say we say by Monday. Na vice chairman Alhaji Bewa. Chairman George na say doing ketia we me yi no a. Ene. Penia wo betu ni na dia si no den region no. Na ope emprewawuo. Atwa na nanom e wo United States of Asamado. NDC bi ni.
You know sadie. Si ba ko kamera bi so mpani ko ye meeting wo kuma se no so boys bi be ye ya ma ba ko wuye no ya ntwe na we mpani fo na ahia wo be sa asem no me je report mu yie
yeah je
Okay, FM.
ana paper nde bai
dabio nana de why na wo petie
se chese ye ya mpani ahia no mu ye meeting na obi agba awura mu abehweso am obi
de ye man ba sa no
yo
ene na kratafra to paragraph 6 wo I say the party wishes to also clarify that report claiming that the incident happened in the presence of any national executive member of the party are inaccurate. Nana yasa na ope ho.
When udi chechirim. Because na obi nso say another report to be a matter so ne say e see no kura no omre ne to nipa oba na ye hwe so man no ye de to chairman general ye resident katia kam no omde ne koe.
Eya aja Shamima Yakubu no.
Na haji akura so ye bo no.
Aja de abu no de na bi se bi o.
Haji.
Ma ya fi sa gu ni tire so. Oh, da bi yamono. Yamu haji ya o.
Osade kwa say Samima.
Shamima.
Yakubu. James.
Yeah. James.
Yakubu yabu James. Yabu.
Jabi yamono. Oh.
Na akwa no obabu no we.
Na ni yeso ye on ye Northern Region. Vice chairman. Yeah.
The whole chairman.
No chairman yo. Nana. Anu abo na treasurer.
Na wo ye say ya. Eyi nye dai. Branch chairman nye dai.
On do beto tie.
Nana thinka ya na. Udi e chira.
Hey. Na delegate bakata nkata fa to so miensa. Wo ba ma ne se mampeni na na dodan kwa Akufo Addo fiti. Enra. Ene na watwe mu nyina no obeye busy papa obeye busy. Ene ne se make say delegate se mampeni we free Ghana wo tu kwan. Na wodnani akire Davos wo Switzerland. Wona wo kono. Oko World Economic Forum annual meeting. Na ye na do aton sa de frɛ no founder and executive chairman de ma World Economic Forum. Your friend Professor Klaus Schwab. Professor Klaus Schwab.
Huh?
No. Schwab. Professor to me, money ya door to Dimbio. Professor Klaus Schwab. One day founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. When I told that from my penny and now to say, I feel World Economic Forum, no, one maybe. I'm a penny echo. Now, my penny free, World Economic Forum. I feel the annual. One more founder, Professor Klaus Schwab. I told that friend no one.
Now say a man penny for a we are see the phone no near the idea no.
Yeah.
A DB or what? In fact,
Aye.
One more two on baby saying.
I'm Paul. Now, no more consultation.
Ay bakuya ya odita bondi Tedros.
Tedros.
Wow, on te one Tedros.
And then you would have your way to the way. And an address doesn't matter, no, some will tell you simple. Did you know more than I suppose upon? And an J string. J string is anything, yeah. And when you saw and ring. Titune J-string a yesia my dear tell you mama ya bare sakra boniaso no and ya ya not and the way he view ba kwinju so ya bono power sideways yi and no so de and na say ya homa che ya not and na ayi former Sri Lanka prime minister no yo bai Chendranika Bandranika Kumagratunga. So I'm not so Chandraneka Bandranika Kumagratunga. And so and Wabium Don Diego Diazambuja. Some the dom crowd that Anna Bakui former Zaire Wamo president Mobutu Seseko. Eh na edian edini bi ehu papa na dia yan ye ofa FIFA president Infantino Infantino den de de papa tinana edini de na delegate gba man ye say man pani free sa World Economic Forum no a wod nani betre Uganda na Uganda wako na hinkro Kampala no Jumedia Mampani Ekobie a non-aligned movement. Wamujuma Wamudia some secret that's why deepening cooperation for shared global affluence. Mampani Beko Mampani free Uganda say Kim. Na who would Nyacha Liberia. Liberia walk on Sen and send Wamutuaba. Eyi Mampani for fra. Mampani that John upon you. Went to me in Kunimbu. Ama Joseph Wakai ena Edin Kunimua wamobeye ne swearing in enti mampani free Uganda pe straight no be no kef to Liberia na wako swearing in ni bi na delegate say mampani kono na ba mu aswafo a woton safra wo so mo mesin koja no ma Michelle Ayokobotwe Minister for Foreign Affairs ena fotosanfo kuntunkunku kenoforiata any empeniphobia one foreign affairs any presidency any man penito sa from so omumra emesin koja no na nyame ya adomo na nan krata yi se adwada any man peni be fra kwantium asanso abeka ye nsa wo mayimu a sei any fitin na kwasi dwada man peni dwumadie etie a krata yi eye delegate de aba
Ade a ye man peni odi aban wi a ye be fe no pa ni speeches yeah
bro na waka na
yes we so eloquent yeah and
you know
what's say
you know
and then
the continent of Africa is not suffering from anything apart from air pollution. Nana Kafra, Swali lies on
Nana, can
the continent of Africa is not suffering from anything apart from air pollution.
Asemu. Yeah, great.
Hey, Nana Obraba.
Bravo.
Dan.
Ke abo.
Ai.
Ke. Ke. So ọkọ Africa so no.
Ọkọ Africa so.
Ai. Abe na na. Africa.
Goes na mgo.
Ugo di bua.
Am go ji dey.
Me na nana. Bibie si a opeso frani ways bia e kirase. Wo se sa France kuro na ho no. Ko di bua no. Se wo ye Ghana ni na wo de ko bua. Na akunza France fo no wa mo ya ko di bua. No ogotna
Go nya dey.
Ko odeboa.
Wow.
Ko mi ni pa deboa. Di ko deboa.
Okay. Ande ja ko wa odeboa.
Odeboa. Ani benya ko deboa.
Ara ba so te ni din pa.
Ni din ba. Na wo za Ghana.
Titi for the some wo mo direct translation say the other na o kan. Akwa bi ka chem say boot for boot se be butu
Yeah, zanate ko zanate.
Butu no.
A boot for boot.
Boot for boot na ni butu no.
Afei uze ye okambu. A camp boot.
Na ba ya madan ka so ni pani adui.
Oh, say we dey na da hope fe.
Da hope fe ye loto no.
Go ase. What was somewhere? Overcono Mubona, Omopeso, and attractive, so we two. We say Bako, Ashasi. Was it single one? Was a call 10 Sergeant Bukari 90 was all mine. Call 89. Now he says, I will not have been a boy, single one 11. I say, a loose half on a quack. Where we
well, now that I want to be bought. 60 was a pension number.
It's a single one. I say I go panier.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Second was the baby swim. Second 3 was a general
57 was independence.
Na nanya 40 by Valentine.
That Valentine.
Now, on try na. Who's or travel to that? I will travel to question
Agent.
I'm not agent. What was going why? Yeah,
the mayor
DK and Wallotry.
Well, I'm saying, who's a lot of no, yeah. We got a month for dinner when you so the only percentage. That's
okay.
And says, can you show who come on inside? No, I go come on. The other best article.
2%.
Why? No, man, young fear, mom, in the man.
I tell you,
no, Galutuna. Was I hugging was she now or Tiwana Grams over? When you two should be tribute. Criake. A quenyamaba more fast in Betalo to me dinner when you have cardian.
Me kai say me new GD any say asofo no ye program e fa loto ni sa na ma na me sofo ba ko ka say loto se wa anweke wa anweke na obi di abanema wo na utwa enye bone
Genesis to Revelation
se wo da so da ya na utwa eno so
but Kwame Gideon say we discuss this topic loto daye efri bu nsam na efri nyam
wo say
Kwame
I think better me mo so for say se usutu da de nyame na de ama wo ya de de enyi ama
because Kwame we am
wo work de a wo go trim
Kwame Musa da na me ka kire wo say satam na me ko secondary school na me weso no na gari ni to di mu akotene pa Kwame
edi wa bra ba ma akotene
Kwame no bia me so daye bia boy
hey
oh yes na me wa nti afedi e me eyama e kromu ana me wodua kwa kromu na me wo kwa me do Saturday ankofo ba me wo say wan so die I'm telling you die bi no ma bi am so die bi boy I don't know me mention wa ni na nzu mi didi
January
but that na me niska anti me twa nkete
ko me sraw
jezi dia me nzu bi yo tada mo ma me niska
ewade kokoko ye bo amwa o twa kura won fa me
I know mo ba so so wan gaza dai na
na won say wo
come remember me account numbers of a channel be 5 or 6
bo ma tiefo
6149
6149 mo twa ma me
we should have my ADD
6149
3672
3672
4584 single 110
ebo nanu ebo nansa ne
come 4488
4488
aye and
ewurade yeti
I mean, these are numbers I need now dio
4488
4584 3672 6149 1356 ni na Kwame me so die be able
this is akotwa na bebo kwabu wo ko commercial bank ya me be ko interview ba wo ko commercial bank ya wa bridge no so no obi de lotto board bi abesi wo and wa cho number na wa cho as believe in God
yeah o de se uno o jojo no
je nyamidi
nyamidi ubedi so o mu no hwe o mu de se adada onu wo de talk white na tron kakraka no o ma twa se soko
soko na se from soko ni say abin soko
wa ko de wa de
ko me kwa ba na me ko ba ele me no be yes sports do I me say sports ne
ana na yes sports na daily guide it yo
me yes
get to kreku say ya declare war ni it
mo re ene me ko we boy ye be yes me dey sports me you know
yes possible we can you do ala o do za jire we say yes possible
so for no and ye kalo to wasem na ba ko se ye wona na Jessica pa ayi ase won say ye no 25th and on so nya 55 enti wo se wo mo kra antes wo mo te ya
come be pay me
ko mo so ko twa ba sa betnas te che no mo te sabo
say lo to say dey pay me unim ye
there be
o we be ya ma 5 numbers pay me
Mimi fie meta de sifo fie o kwa
me yo mami me to pay me cream dia pay me mama ni babro bravo ade
bravo nyamia yebi
we edi la ba me enema bi o wa amafo twetwe social media empushi mi kora na say am go guys as mu send this phobia I go for me picture dada bi anoma phone no mu circulate na mza we go say mu da nyamia ze nyamia ehira o ni be say me ma mesu apu
o be school aye free ba aye
e bi aye free nyamia dia bodure
be bi
to go for me phone dada de be sremia na mesu azenga nyamia ga be di me ya se me ba wajimi baba
me ba wajimi baba nyamia so bo be so ba ku ade na owura ho
se wajimi sa
Ora Mustafa Gbandi Deputy General Secretary Edima Enize Manyego memo aje na boko de
eda nkopo ase
ayi wodi ma ba nchen a tamale meeting na Enize mpanifo eye na vice chairman ebowura mu na obebro treasurer oba hajia nkomoy bebre account na bebrebe wadawro mo deputy general secretary no den si airport
yo bakwa me da wase na bada atifu nyina ase emse nura edi hu komo na ofiya krata e ba bonten initially a kasana leadership bechia na yanya better particulars of the incidents on the record also you can say Chamwa Adienu Esino na national executive any regional executives no and no program and yes na woman na wo meeting working office so when say working office then you be ana usually so those of them who were there and obako that woman organize a president and other colleagues and vice chairman no buy. So in the process of one discussion and I'm say unfortunate incident, a see and general leadership invited Northern Regional Executive sir. We got full briefing. She discharged a woman leadership and so trust near Yabubu Ruana. At the end of the day, they are suspended the particular individual or then on sa aka sabi regional treasurer. We agree say omina regional executives and at this point we also do know say part of the matter is before the police, but the party frowns on any form of assault against a colleague. And that decision has been taken to suspend him for 3 months, pending investigations and what the law will do. Particularly, say Nipano Abaya Oba na molestation abamuno is something that is condemnable. It's something that nothing can justify a colleague assaulting a female colleague, irrespective of what the issues are. I don't know the account of the issues.
Me too.
I mean, that is the account of the issues.
Aha. Na mami bo na vice chairman no ni treasurer no e wa sam dada na ana no ohwehwe no ohunu na obi na man lie say wo mo ye meeting ho obeburu nsa na.
Sir, we are working colleagues. So them they can on the account of what we've received. They are working colleagues. And I think in the office honor, what we are still investigating on the where the genesis of the issues came from. Don't forget that suspensions are not based on what the genesis will be. It is the conduct outcome that we look at, whether or not it breaches any rule, any law of the NDC. And we found that for a female officer to be assaulted by a male officer in the first place is wrong. The Obama Everton and Sabo Oba and I think so. Obey working colleagues and other officers. Emra Emma Hokwan said Oberton Abu within the settings of working. And even at the remit of the occurrence of Obi Abu is enough grounds for the party to take an action to sanitize the situation. So that decision was taken at the back of where we have reached so far, pending all other investigations. The National Executive Committee takes a very serious view on this issue. You're dealing with today.
But is there more suspending?
You're suspending it, right? You're suspending it for 3 months. Pending investigation.
Now, Mammy Radio, yet is Chairman General so Easter Christmas in Nanuna ye reconciliation bibi anad na dia ananya ho no koe.
Well, there were a mixture of issues and mixture of programs and situations. Now, in general, call Northern Region last week, our famous press conference now exposed the government, the Electoral Commission plan to read 2024 election year, given the account of this assembly election, of course, to Northern Region actually we are doing reconciliation across the country. Constituencies are the war tracks. Constituencies are a primaries now. We try to surmount their front. The Chairman General and the Vice Chairman Joshua Labi, Sofo Azoka, all some other national executives, and Amaleba, Omina, Omoko, North, and I am not the region, all the regions in the North. See, Omuye stakeholder, I was not in region proper. Answer na Omoko constituencies. So at the time was our incident we see, now Omukra will be Homo upper east. So there were no anywhere close to Northern region. Now, stakeholders now, meetings now, if you agree, for every conflict resolution forum, the medical can say, and yet a tea party, a forum, people will definitely come with their passions, they will argue out their case and their grounds, and based on that, leader don't even have enough information, our team don't have enough information and grounds to deal with the matter. And that is the nature of meetings that are taking place. And it has been very successful. That is why MPP 4 feet said, at the Sadia, woman for crime, so now woman started, sir, and Yamano. Every time,
Mebo, will be a go be the what is a young people for them.
That will be a booby. But one more day for a man for I am power. And a woman day and 70 be a couple. That a woman's them and tron bed there.
Now, so one was so being fan count.
I said, no, the young crano, they decided on how to deal with this matter decisively, and we have done so. But you say, at the time when I didn't see no Chairman General or MPP papers publishes when say kind near a tree near Nina and Tro. Their stories are almost concocted to divert attention. Say, hey, sir, NDC National Chairman, Econo, now one more and then I say all is not well with the political party. All is very well with the NDC because Jumedia Chairman General could deal or not. A kuyi pep. Tell your share, no. Sa near the Kotuya. Now, Bibi Kosisana party New Year SOCBia. Ayana offended some demons. Those demons will surely react. And that is the outcome of this conversation we are having today. One of these stories, and makes it. Now, one actually said they want to divert attention from the reality. The reality is that the northern region, as we speak, is united for victory 2024. The reality is that
and someone SCN, the real account, and MB before no distorted. No,
I don't know what distorted. And I'm not saying. And almost started a woman publishes her near me.
Now, someone go back to dear, send a BBS Samba. Every said
politics are trading.
Was it?
Our politics are trading.
Politics are trading.
I don't hear you with it. They are suspending because the conduct is an affront to the rules of the party. And the party frowns on violence. Without basis. I don't trust that party four cannot act in self-defense. But when your defense cannot be justified against an extreme aggression, that one is an internal matter that we will deal with decisively. And we have done so. And that means that so we could be election. The answer will be no.
I see. Na and now so no. MZB said the Oxican Sembino a year and Tiasie. Yes, so say His Excellency I like Dr. Mahmoud Gomia. Sir cracks be a bow NDC moi. Wakan who be say me mamma dear mamma. Maybe a nipa until I see the opposite chimu. And now say pa.
Kwame, I don't know. Now, they say, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Ayubia or Tao to say his popularity in the North is enough to make him a president. And any move by the NDC ever strengthen their base, he will work against it and he will not be happy. Hence, one, the very veiled publications that are coming out, too. The fact that, your brother, now what Tibia could be, or Mampenyin and Ado and Imkain. Amawamoko Gigi, and answer Akokase. So, Wamoba Abaimua, they will build one district, one factory, one village, one dam. I'm more particular about one village, one dam. Say, Ushe Northern sector, the land that you walk. The woman said, Abaya Aba between. Now, one of the biggest problems in the north, and say, you bet me, revolutionizing the agricultural sector to have dams. Now, Yadia Faswatwa Bamano. Only to know, say, that promise was fraud. Fraud because, one, almost loans, if you well bank. And I say, cannot buy. And Vice President Mahmoud Baumia and how comes in the Dasadianano. Only to share the money for their base. Now, I'm for excavators in Kotutuku. And do Bosomi and Sa. And as I took coding in ICC. One, apart from the fact that is causing financial loss. Because government of Ghana and every other Ghanaian is going to pay for that loan. It is also a fraudulent a year Omakoye Amasimfo Omo in this. Ofi Hono Beka say, oh, yes, Mufona, Yenyambamo, Ewo Accra, Ebo Brian, friend Kaye. This or no, ever we need president. Obesi hostels. Now, the woman in Arako Sue Juma, study a bear, the Panabanyan and Sanwe Juma Sana, Wasanso Akonof. These were all very incentivizing initiatives. Sebi we any partner will be Kachrewa. Ube this one, and answer it will move you because Brian Bono will be a dache in an Ahotoni Epe. Only to also know that that was a lie. Enti Tawo Obi and answer Wunya now to me Kojiji for that person will not be somebody who will be taken credible. Next time or Kasa.
But say when Kadia and it nears to the advantage of the NDC. I should be happy about it.
The cars and the twice say. Baomiano ni all and say on them in Fichiri, Kofufia and Ajuanajo. And all power watch out. And for me, my position is that as vice president, I Wabetsa Kunyaso for 7 years. Our president cry Becca and I hold the Abba for Moana to mediate to be created when him. Yasa the way head of economic management team. I wanna yata too as economic whiskey. Sesia Yakase, economy na collapse. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is not boasting of jobs he has created for the people. He is not boasting of his legacy as a vice president. He is not boasting of how his government have solved the problem of Ghanaians. Because he is lost on all those grounds, and our punk of watch on. Or program that is not a priority of Ghanaians.
And say Obian in the style.
Okay,
Send Obian in the style,
And that style is a reflection of desperation.
Oh, I see.
Desperation backed by hopelessness and failure. That your man opportunity as vice president, one of the youngest vice presidents to have ever happened to this country. It was under his watch that the economy of our country collapsed. It is under his watch that they're losing the public purse for a lot of stealing to take place. It is under his watch. And one day, one scandal in his government. As a CRDA, the only thing this government can boast of is how bad they have taken away resources of this country, and we can prove that with evidence. I expect that for a national discourse, issue-centered, problem-based politics, we should be talking about what we have done for the people and what we will do for the people. Dr. Bawumia cannot stand on any platform to discuss what he has done for the people of Ghana that he should be remembered, except corruption in his government, even not himself, his government. And Dr. Bawumia cannot, on any occasion, run away from the responsibility of the failure of the Nana Akufo-Addo's government. At all material points in time, Dr. Mahmoud remained as a very significant player of the affairs of the Nana Addo-led government. And if he gets an opportunity, he should speak to the things he has done. Let him go to the north and answer for why he deceived them when it came to one village, one dam. When it came to one district, one factory. And almost as I news, you know. And again, almost 50 years, me confide and I'm a sure who fake. And also, Kranich as I did say, no one papers, no more confide, no more publish here. The whole grand scheme and the new scheme of the MPP is that one wants the desk at our MPP headquarters. Ade Akye Abia, Yemfa NDC paying back. Near story, near funny being sheho. Now, Yanyan is a fake news. One, to court bad attention for the person and court bad image for him. That one is not politics. That one, it shows how desperate they have become, and they've lost on all grounds.
Okay. Mami na wase anopei na me bro nyade nso mayu.
Kwame said no one major man. Na say come ba honum ne
Mustafa. Monday na. Ene bra.
Wa ba idi e meba.
Mini baba.
Baba mi amishira.
O sha won so. Bra ne nkodi kenken de eyi ya baba Dr. Kwame Nkrumah edija ye no.
Kwame Nkrumah ya sem de bia na o de elisuo breme.
Enya hwe.
Ya be ye adwuma hye ndi mu de anwonyam.
Mate, baba. Okay, 101.7 so any Owura Mustafa Gbandi Deputy General Secretary of the NDC and then the come on. Na ya we the bokata so ne enko. Nana county the ya we. Wouldn't him say?
Yeah.
Boss father na mama who say minim tea no.
Dr. Father Dixon.
Yeah.
Ada na onom ne style ben.
Say me tea no. Nsuo. Ene tea nya aduane. Ye ho no de tea. Ye bi say anopa di ase. Me di tea ni pa.
Dabi.
Nya aduane.
Foundation.
Edi mimi so mu no. Ena me bo ni mi.
Ti say dia onom specialize no.
Specialize no. Ena me di see wo se. Kwam unim tea no. Ana o say minim de ntia. Wonim say Kumasi.
Yeah.
Any asante mantem. Ada ebe ma tea no na o yare.
Na o yare ampa nana. Ampa. Na edron so a wo benom no. Eya sa red and white no.
Na nyuno.
Yellow and red as
yellow and red.
Tupa ya de be no.
Tupa ye no.
Yeah.
Amosasli. Anase Amambi. Na no Amambi rundi enti efe na Amambi no.
Dabi.
Brand no na ye MMB.
Wow.
Na M no ya tro M ni say. Na ne hasa ya kon ni say.
Yes, I have colors.
Have colors. Ene bi no edi mana Amambi. Edi na sabre no edura na ho awi. Wa wonim Kumasi Gakesem bia man bi no etententen na no nwi. Onneton o boss awi. Amambi. Ode. Na what is my ton bi da?
Hey, sir.
Yeah. Mo achia si bomfa ewurawura mo ho abese hwere so eba area hono ba nikofo bia no ade no aha Dr. Nkrumah nyame na aye no me na ma besi hei na e wo wura bem na mdi wura akura na se a
yeah
obi aka ya de ameyi bia ma
anana ya no mdugu fertilizer boto bi mu sa
aha me de rubber white mu nti ena edam ko ho doctor me bay anajo wa na ne wa sa mo nsan suo mra
kaish
nwe nu mienu me no abomba ti mienu me
na ni wa sa ya de pen
yeah
eni ayi wa mo fo man so
obi e
wedu mewu
obi e say ni kami kokoro nso bi me ba na nyipa na nya yare sa
no ni wonya yare sa na na pharmacist
to bi house na ne ho ya sheshe am say jiwola bag fasara no fe kwinwa
ubonu nzi owi afasara no na ni akobam so aton bi da
o say
akobam
de akobam ba ye ne mejai ba me beton olaba aha na olaba no na say ne pai no olaba uti ya o ya olaba ohini ya o ya olaba
ona ya uti ya o nsa ya o to ya nanti ya o ya
nana ni ye nto medro ni bi ne nyame ayi madom no waba na ase wo aso no bre
ebesa
papa ese ta mama mo awie no
o very ni za taju na chips
me actually me grade ya na meton afidrin de ohuni monsi a odi na ha so ha
na o sa so ton tinkalo so
nana tinkalo tinkalo se yesen wo bo
so
ai en kwa de me ba na omini mu yo
ha no watafre
me mo atafre anu em de me de ayi anka atwade no me se
yeah
ne tafre
kaish vitamin C
me ko me ba na ho ato na trick na ewo mu an say lemon no ay vitamin C it o mini yo ya na atafre eleko ay strategy na me kokoro bi so obi ba ya o say asamri ma o no obeso be ye brofesem kire doctor this is my son baba no point my
what never
this is my son the night he's not sleeping and his spinal cord don't say about woman it gonna hey no go man bacho
what is the spinal cord what is that one woman
see yes san mama sweet
spinal cord
na igna spinal cord edrika see yes san mama sweet na me Oba pa Jennifer kwe akoje chenko
onu wan
Oba pa Jennifer
Jennifer oni anti nana
de otu gwai oba enche
na be bia otu kwan ko ye no ezida na ne ye ntam kwan wa
ewa
enye mobile phone ya so ne yakata na mobile phone so de
gizi ye to from man ne de na ehwe ho na
ehwe ho ti de wan no afre no ozu yi
eno ye osu ye ambi
sa boy na akoba
mate
na mama wo hu dwaben baby abeto ya ba no
ayi oh okay
enti nyame admari weekend di me ko dwaben
ai
ena ayi awutu senya yi sin so baby abeto no ne dia friday no pay wi amekwa akosuve ho
ye nye wa ko prepra
ye ko back yes ne di table na kosuo ye citizen vigilante na dia kobra
Ababa Jennifer for wa ku mi mu achi
of Africa
Africa matue
so for Kwame Nkrumah 2024 mon se se adwuma mame bisan da ben wona me kasa ya o friend wo WhatsApp bisan
me so kwa me friend wa nenko
of me ndi kro me Isaac so na me wo kro mu anka mu aye din of da bi e get to ato sa me da bi mo ja ese
na say me tu kwa na airport me ya na me nya call ena pani bi yes Kwame da benani anam so sesi na mesi every flight him. Was anti na kuro ma yedi.
Kuro ma yedi. So fa won say ye nda bie jegida etua yeto. Itu furu mpopon se na se so minu bi atwa so we ya be henya mu se yi a. E sikatse. So won say ye ntu yafu. Semini hana Mustafa ka na adwene no. Na momfa tuo momfa sekan ko police station. Wona no po ka say yakum ye nyina ko ne wana be ka.
Wose on the no so omo de kobo ho ban.
Omo de kobo de ho ban.
Eyi no ballot no.
Wa Abraham asofo pa nipa no ma kokon Israel.
Wono so onye Israel ni enti wono.
Onye Israel no mo hia mo wana support.
Okay.
What you say? Onya ho de o so obedi awu de de. Enka Israel for hia support, Hamas for mu hia support. Catch of Kwame am so me say obetimenka.
Mate, was it obetimenka from her office?
From our office.
Na mama musa wade o. Se die pa na mo pese NDC for ye. Cause according to Mustafa Gbandi no. Mo no story bi si na anu say ya onko ye meeting ya asem kakra si ye vice chairman. Ena wo ye meeting wa awura mu na ode ne sa akoka treasurer
oyo ba o
oyo ba o sa he giampo na no mo fa asa twist story no kire set to your advantage wo se mo hye that desk wo party headquarters ya dwuma mu dia no
MPP ye head of Ghana Media Association then ye true stories of ya mo official panama Umba bigwa phone na afishia pa. Na me ma okay from phone so tie phone ya hwefo nyina afishia pa. Me ka hwefo mo hwe Facebook. Na me ma tia obi bia ma tia party fo. Ya tia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ya party kan di fo. O fa obi sa ma sem bi se MPP fo de ekura na pese NDC fo nye ye. Empeni fo bu bebi. Ye se so ye de ya nke bebo odin. O ba tia se. So ye de ya. Yanko bia no obebodin anamboa senya samani yanka bonafna chairman aba mukurum tiu na maba betna se wo se ofuru ancha na ntokwa ni sie na se ne ma mienu ida sa wan mo mfa ni di ma na na se ni munye duru tiu bonafna chairman aw chairman general wa ba na ma betna se abekasa whatever it is no pani tna se na otumi na si asem so anka asem na twa anamboa Papa na betena se no makasa nti se no omo ye papa no eniema mienu esi da se one omo mfa ni die ma no ana nanim nye duru so obeka so ma ni patie sa na ndi sufo nda so omo kire omo national executive enti mo omo aposhi blame on us because enye ye na true story the new patriotic party no enye ye na ye head of friends the Ghana Media Association nye ne da no ne director omo de omo ntro se na NDC fo no omo akọ omo office omo atron krata de ama omo party mpanimfo se so mo anyi second vice obu maame na de ebesi anya na no ye ne yekoka kire NDC youth no so omonye ofani de emibisa 2024 said you must start here omyemfa nkwa wie papa if not for anything maame na oyo oba of out ase oyo oba o heti kasam so onza kane no forty mantam a onza ne etiti kuo efie wura afọ yire no yesusa no fie wura afọ yire no kokuma so no a mantamo no ye wo committee wo ha ye hwep mantamo no omo ano wo hwe sikasam so pa ye ma wo se treasure ye se de amo oba go no ma dikontia emema nya se bi omo ya konfo ba emema wo issues de bia no omo hia bi dia soto abusua ne ade but oba de ode ma no de to na da ho nya ne dia so ate enti oba ono aye treasure wo hwe musikasam so wo hwe mo ne ama so ama mo no edi a na be ma obuofo ba ma ba ye yire edi buru asane ko nso twitwa ne ko mu nyina wo hwe pictures ni videos no ana aba no obi e ka bi obi a oye Ghana ni bia e ka bi so you don't apportion the blame on a friend say opponent down in a election so
but we see assembly by the momo can and yet true reflection of what happened
the DNA true reflection of her assembly sense Pakistan is Ghana hanamboa so man ko Mozambique and Ghana ha no mko enough
amko ya
omko wa ha no fa na de sorry ne ba on first omo ye meeting na Justin Kodua ho of any demo omo ye meeting no ye national chairman Stephen Tim no
Debbie
me je fa kwena mo nya ndisi fo na wo no de ba on tene nti e de ne ye kwa twist story ne ye twist no to what to gain what ne de nya de yen We are only telling them, say, yeah, man, your family here, when you and treatment to me want to be back. Now, my main class is mean trofa. You see, I can from near Camadam Pine. Then I watch him, you know what you are. Moi.
Aye.
And I'm Mustafa Gandhi, I mean, you have ever Mustafa. Ever can or cut a few years to say 2024 elections and the walk out, one amboa. I can't have been your fashion. It won't have been your fashion. The dear Benya, the idea will be a fashion. Now, 200 and besides, I won't come in and besides, eh? Nothing Mustafa came. Yeah, quack one, I see a coalition. Be a Facebook live crowd about it. No, because you're quack, and I about 1 year quack or two. About a settlement for you, do almost one amwa. You see, may there be a Macase, NPP, the new patriotic party. You're not complacent about 2024 elections. You himself will have elections to run. Whatever we will do in our capacity as a political party. What you say? I bet me a retaining power. You satisfy record near breaking. That is what we are working towards. But as to say, you bet you money and your bad mindset say, who call police station, you say. Now you scare the hell out of a first electoral cell, but police centers are quite waba. Meanwhile, you say, young political party, you're going to hang in our say. Young people force a Ghana for who you are and answer to me, be manamboa. Any year I don't run my mouth, supposed to go to honeymoon Jubilee House for 4 years. Or also see and Quabaman. Now, they say, Mustafa Gandhi in some okay came. Next year, the Kuni penny and you couldn't penny your political party one year almost from Pacho. A dear city woman, so my omu dear or master Tim, say, Timomuni who but on an amboa. Now, I see Uncle Corny, a boy, a woman, your Kunia. How many ever do almost come a very many free bedrooms have more than 40 years for my brother. Me who says Sebuta fracture with the greatest of respect of her. Me who said he paid the abortion. And I would in passo.
But yeah, ready away. Says I no go and put the say, a jayadi who bobo. Now, what's my ba? Now, Bakuma, they say a woman say, what's that I create office desk?
Yeah.
Assembly see ya, Mampenda da Mama can't assembly ya. No more bad mother Tristan. Na just say no.
Any year you own. Or for my mention what you won't say a bedi, Brunia Nevino. Almost taxi had DB. Say, Yaya billboard, Baulaya. Now we'll nobody see vantage point. Political party now you're running. Someone ran to them about. See us your ran to them about. Young crown also to see me. Drew, we are seeing a call. Now for the metro 4, who are more from almost a tea at the Bolson. Almost seeing a yacht deck. Let me be told for my pump. Let me be so much say.
Okay.
Yeah, your practice and after you got full music too. And your politics in the area. Are we all not practicing friends away? In your political party in the running?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Said your mobile more can't see anymore. Almost Dr. Mahmoud Baumedi and Omo Yamasi or more. And now man yourself living no more yan. Educate to one. And can a friend say, former president Beckham, a year I don't know mama Beckham one. Near Tanahodi, Semuni, a piano to Yankasa, near Yedi, near to Kumha, and Kwalako throws of red car. Near your former president of the land, who never believed in free SHS. Free SHS are possible, it has come to reality. Now Kwalako throws of red can yet me cassette, and Kwalano Bokrono, or Mudiapo, and of the winning. Then we as a political party, yes, you all shareholders for politics, I hear Organa Habun, Nanki Akiano Pado. Niaki and what to me, yes, and Cafe, Fania, because NDC for who be at so, Mamitra, did be a cancel Catafidi. Two political parties. The difference between the two political parties in Nete Baku, calm, collected, intelligent, or mine, said your mind ever couldn't. That is the new patriotic party. And about who to the police at all cost, or beg it to me, or you to me, we are want to mean Fania, or the Ghana ever come sort of connect. That's the only difference between the two political parties. Because what I say, the two political parties and on obedience debts or baby. But one thing that the NDC, you're a Mustafa Gandhi, na pump for, and then in the political party, the NDC are more finished. We are going for an elections in 2024, December 7th. It will be in the capacity, and now excluding I would some. See, I would this a memo obi mfa tuo obi mfa woma obi mfa sekan emamu na mom whatever within the possible means obetumi aye retain power. That is what the New Patriotic Party we are working towards. Nothing else. Bibia anka ho ba.
Okay, FM.
Because amanyotam ne ye. Opa so ode power. Nye bia asam no kura ho kura nya bia obetumi aka. Of course, when you meet them, ebu ho obetumi aka cho Jenny ade we dem aye ne ye na so ye petu me nti. I have lots of friends on my list. They will inbox you and tell you, so Jenny, me MP, me NDC ni so no. Why we dem aye so yetrem mo di bia mo me di bi. It's not back in a funny way, no one smile. But see a back at the young nipa. Minim the frontier. Minim see one offer, Unia Bama, Unia Penny, Damparis or friend at the nim, and the enemy names a police friend. But a pipia, a bianchi reference, so no crown and Yabia Ehi. But a bia, or Babon Cococuum say, Saka say, Yakotuaban and the beer one day, a new fast near the Cassa. Because a nipa could delight. Stand na koto aba ma mo candidates nipa na koto stand live akoto aba ma yen because obi aye nyina obi a on a percentage aye to aba yen then we go to the neutrals and the elite and no mama ka omo read the manifesto no mo we no mati ase asa no mato aba mo 50 plus 1 that is Ghana politics amanyo some no say ye no it Mustafa Gbandi waba be deputy general secretary. I think he can read, write and understand things on traffic. Well, man, you send me on Chassis. I would say me any free among your Semofa. Men Casaka, my bound one more quab African. My friends, Yaguma. But my mayor sure say MPP. You need to be a name when you be say. Faber was so, Faber was Namin Crow. What is the net upon him? Faber was so, Ubua, Faber was so.
A big cowboy. Pabwa junior, Nina, and the boy, or say.
Oh, okay.
Your friend Master Kwabna Kwabo, only training Alex Kwadu, and Kwasiampo for J. Now, or say, Faber was so, young crow, where Wusu would draw Faber was so, anyway, here Faber was so. Now, a Mosambi was say, and I'm one hinty. My quack tongue to Mebia, your friend Faber was so. I'm sorry, I'm no pa. Na me dear fra. Na me teme down. Who me say me niabre. Me mimu pa. Me mimu pa. E you hear Faber was so.
Oh, yes, fine. Come on, then Faber fine. Na me champ on the beat to wom. Faber was so one crop the way here. Bokoe ada dem. Na champ on the highlight was this so bu bra. Faber was so. It is said almost started be body the shia wo. Na say so no. Na hu so ma tiasi. The second lady so. Ma me kire wade bi e ma ye ya amanyosem wo Ghana ofa yesua se so komra se bedwam a e me wo mra se bedwam nya both MPP NDC e just 40 aha 20 me da bia me ka say it is my prayer say a time will come a political parties ni na betia say aha de ba say na ekọ ye hia ma do say for parliament e wo ye party ni din ye mo obi an contest no Midabia and Paya, MPP, a tribe, amfa. So I say, it's a year bumpire, some Marbados Benaku grew about the Yaman of them. Now, Woba, yet we need to be a duatum, Woba, Yabeki, do atom. What I just said, I talk with all your Bana Yaman of some Ghana ha. Of a letter said, won't be any sort of Usiasi, any sort of crown. A toda ya so waboduku and one for my afternoon when the contest or in Kurama and somebody about Sabasa, Midabia Macasam way. Our stations are making in our say. Your former president John Dramani Mama, only a year until Ordina. Saminoa Kata radio so several years, several times for so many years. How many times am I bought Lordina Dio?
Oh, Debbie.
I have that kind of respect for her because she's a mother. Uti, the same respect I'm a woman and Tibeki, the woman, Mia, Mame, Samira. Was I respect to man? But then now I'm your 7 o'clock or dirty say. A funtuma from ye nim se we ba ye nim se we be ma so hu ama me kampo no kwafatem so enya hwe ye nyina ye kasa ba akọ so hu de me kire no ye nim se we ba ye nim se we be ma ya kan nyina afra sama nyo semti ye timi hwe oba be tie gira oni ye dina tamwa na no akoye ntokwa so hu Facebook na be na wotwe ye di we atam ye di we photo abato ye di we abato e basa enkwala na ye tete om no fa ye nyini one day ye betna se ye nya amanyo sem ba ye betna se ade ahome. So as I say, and Kolana yet to Tiomona, Yeja impact or Mosono. A dear Yeja diamomo, a make Koyama your temun, we throw, ye bedimatum. Many such a man your memon training beckons up baby a medui. e me man kwa na me no ba bia obesiam bia me me man kwa na nam from Asante Media bedru kan headquarters a me dia ba bedru Nyankopɔn madam dia ba bedru ba bia ma bedru yesre ye mani die nkankan ba no ye mani die emra ma no ye yire no mo ko mo ntokwa. The only thing we can do is see this will be quantify. We should just sit back. They will resolve it by themselves. But see, they involve ma edi omakwa kan. Now no kwesi dey am memfa condolences kesi ma second lady.
Oh.
And said the bodyguard back yes. Fuseni. What am I twins pending on na ada benkum so no. Allah on fa the cry in see my. Of our video so akwobu hwe no mama so dendene said na aka spinal cord na aka say e da na ba mama so no the spinal cord bi asana mama so ni nanim de wo body rack so we are ship tia so dinu pass we here na call you what one and small cover bitimi fuma no nka na no pe wo kata fidie no so or no what Germany no wo kire e kwantia crack no fa so wo ye tio enya sa enke bi kura ke yi na firi ho because wo no nyansa do wada ne ye friends nyansa bo akwa no ne nim die ntia that because familia ho ye ne hi second lady ho ye ne hi so so be ka bibi no ogu na nim asa o kai se 2011 man pia mienu bi ye so makodwen so mo so ho no fo kai ma ye free radio so obi a mini na onsu ni no di gina mu free radio so ba ko ye free no man tani mienu ba ko je ye oh me say na na do gina ho wo bi ne flap so obedwon so ni kura na yi mu se me from anyon so high so
sabre me kai se e wo okay fm hana me frɛ ye wurabo acheja ko sabre the then campaign manager and wono be chichiri mu se ayi nunua entisa
ye wo no fofa akwa hin ha me ya se wo papa president die na yi no ko so mu se manyon so high na papa president ni mu omo anyon so mu omo so woni bi ato no e be ma na Robert talk from ma du bui second person nso na sunu mu ho ya na odi ko owu ono kwa de ploy na odi ko owu Yankopɔn ka asem bi trokonkon na ka do no abakoran o se touch no plan no to do my prophet no harm of wan ka ma asofo mo kana sam nko awo o kama wo bi o de no ho ato no awurade no so no de na namo ye dey esisi odu no awurade na sam so tu ko obi asam a wo ahwe yi 2024 asumdwe nko a na ye dey start me de manusi na mo de ba wu ne ba de violence ne ba de we dey for you the nyamija onyamen bye ofa
yo okay 101.7 suni rap Jennifer Queen ene no atwen komo no me pam cho Dr. Ade endpoint homeopathic clinic yare bia ko so ache na wo hunu ho ano wan maduro enko fabra Dr. Ade ho endpoint homeopathic clinic then yare bi say diabetes yare bi say places tware yare bi say hepatitis yare bi say ulcer yare bi say ni yare wuti pains bi wo bones mu bibia fabra obare be ma mo pa wo momra efiri utri so bepem wo nase wi esin firi wa endpoint homeopathic clinic yare chronic disease no tu ase wo efiri o maneko na pa cho se tie bi mu wo ba Dr. Ade Boateng edim fidie besi so ahwe mu aye diagnosis ahodo na ohunu yare ni ntine so a wo de homeopathy nduro a any side effect ama wanom ama yare no so akọ endpoint homeopathic clinic Dr. Ade Boateng ensa no adwuma na making the homeopathy nduro no any side effect wo de ma ama nakọ pepam cho hwe no ba bia sa wona yare o ba na yare o nua na yare obi bia na yare hwe no etu bikabra o was painted to share signboard Accra we be able to make 22 Average Junction ko straight to Portugal for to the clinic Kumasi branch no Nkrumah bonya Angel Education School na chiri Petakwad branch no Anaji police station na chiri pe we be able to bunu tachiman hayinsa Israel endpoint homeopathic clinic J Dr. Ade Boateng number no friend say see ya friend no 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 endpoint homeopathy clinic Dr. Ade Boateng and Sado Jone na
anai
entuma emefra no we ya ne tai se entuma ewodin
yeah
entuma ewodin
entuma ewodin
nti na kane no ye maame nom ne ye papa nom afeso a ese se uto entoma e mo ba no afibia so
Oh, I see.
Na woni asekere asekere ne se da bia no so oye ohira wa no ubie na dagya so nti afeso a
ubie ja
ubie na dagya so nti afeso a ese okata na dagya so nti oba no timi di gina so kura bo kwa adu mpanifo anim se afeso ye kura no wan tontoma mame edman so wo to de wedin entoma be na aka ye ofie musia
echowa ne ya
ofie musia
ye nya wo so
asobara ye doto
nyambe kire
ntoma no kura de na emakuofo na tade ko ayi na oba wo a na ye white and blue sa oba wo a wo ye fufuo ni wafira nyambe kire na se na anoma bi dam ni ade na
wehia unua adwa yanki
de bia no nyantoma ena nkwadusa achichidi achi
nana ena asasawa
nyantoma
nana ye den
eno ye asasawa ne ye
entutwaso
pieces ne akeka bo
entutwaso
ne de apam me papa anhweme no jeza kweko a tize ne baba anhwe ne tie ye to ensasawa ne bia de ye no wonam wonne ekọ fiem sika wa taban eni bre soja ni bre soja
ohia ya dambo
enkroma pensere
nana ohia ya dambo
enkroma pensere de oba me office wona me kwa bre picture na ho no top no enkroma pensere
nana no ohia ya dambo sika fremoja ebi no
beti aye ntoma na wo ho na wonim de na te kane no enwum bi ba na efi bi ba so na omo de ema no de atontoma bi din enti akwaboa master kwabna akwaboa nyina ne nana ebe ofa be wo so no yenya ntoma nana mpadu bo ya abo ahima se obeye ni hu ayie obeye ni hu ayie ade ada do viada jero onibia jero eti ya abo ahima ntoma e bai na efe ena ayi James Brown ntoma bai tabre na obo afigu tanana ntoma bai
ntoma ntoma ne friends are feeling good
there James Bond ntoma e bai
James Brown
eniwa e bai ABC na eto twom ABC
na Monday ni me say ABC
awo say ABC won ena arisan twere when dey even arisan twere
dabi
no ma twro karatu no Arabic no
alif ba ta sa jim ha ayin gan
egum nti ye no ntuma bai arisan twere obo nkwantia obo nkwantia eno ne ye de kwa yi
ode hye nana said ye bedie nie ana na wo hu that man
na enkrabia
if that
in ana entuma bi obi aba obeka me ho asem a fa akonya tena so ana na ye maame no tete wono no amu koto ntuma bi sa ntuma no wode bu obi akutia
hwena nimbi
dabi nya
ntuma bako james ntuma ne de nana minimu se ja de na ya adwa yanki ene batik tie nda ya kimpri ni gabadi ajirija aji onyini na echewa no awro egu ho se betete pa no way
ayi kimpri awo ja gamadi
dabi mebeto se nam se gabadi na
Ba ba to ide.
Dabi.
Ah.
Nana me beti mam beto.
Me nana
sheda. Ah.
Hey, on the sana ye entiemu.
Ah.
And ye
no ma ye joromi egum.
Joromi egum. Joromi. Ne joromi egum.
Hey, nana what nka?
Why?
Nana kwa bibedi akon. Sheda.
Maintain nka.
What nka?
Maintain nka marry no.
Hwehwe no. Nana we nani abri o. Oso pese obedi president. Nana hwehwe no. Hwehwe no pa na una obemu a ebeyeye. Nana pa nko wada amfa nko kokko. Ade no baby ya kama ne fiko. Eya hana Ghana kasa hana Ghana tie.
Ene ye wode ye de kanso so.
Ene ye wode ye de kanso so. Ye wona kade. Hey, nana cheda hwehwe wo a.
Hey,
enye
entuma no obi di aba. Santuma we. Se wa koto.
Yes. Anke ni say ebri.
Aha, ye boss anwum no. Ene man ko twa ne ntuma bae. Anwo fe ti say ye nua ba ya.
Se wa koto.
Ye ni say ebri. Ne ntuma bae. Ena ayi. Ntuma ba ko bi ebe wi ase. Ne no se wo ni onipa bi fa adamfo na akire mu ntam tete ne de oye wo su etibi nya na koto ebe wi ase ufira na so de bu na kutia na no so no wo munya firi adwum bi ebe wi ase na ada na ma so bi wi yanka na so chichi na se kura onipa wo ye hu
anti wi yanka ye
o ena ye wo Assembly eyen krabia no so
yeah
na pedu na boy
asem sebe
tuma ba ko na nkofo pepa fatia fata nkruma
mo
na mam ko tin komo yi mesa ba
1957 na ntuma wo ho
1957
ai
entuma bi zubai comme ça like this like that. Say French is
like this
like that.
And your friend comme ça
c'est dire na comme ça na bisu bia
na ntuma we nso so ba yo la lai momo
na ba he fa no na me kwa ba Dr. Richard Fiadomo chairman National Disability Dex ewo NDC. Mira, me mo channel pay. Good morning.
Morning.
Brown to say.
Yamia do mo e pa na so e.
Bibi aboko pa. Na maba wo nchen a enro na yete se University of Cape Coast wo ma appointed lecturer were visually impaired. Na NDC amanyuko no National Disability Desk no muti ye moni age pa ma congratulate no enkomo yi tisɛn
yo me da say
Okay.
say enche bia na say University of Cape Coast on appoint a visually impaired person say omeye lecturer ewo ho entino ade a ye ni je ho pa entina ye say nia AC the very commendable thing na say you congratulate enyanu na Sebio University of Cape Coast is commend you for the fact that Obetimia see value in the person living with disability and say Sebio Omegwa University Law Faculty. You know, idea the Parliamentina Sebio Etro Cratano and the other university national congratulate your brother.
Now, where you the first of the kind of ABSC?
Yes. In academia, yes. You say Enchebia, one visually impaired person, so every year he was called to the bar. And also interviewed you, and also your friend I commended. As a desk, we know that the NDC is a social democratic party, and we all know share even the 2020 NDC manifesto campaign. His Excellency John Dramani and the NDC decided they will set up a disability fund, and that fund is supposed to assist persons living with disability to ensure that all the persons with disability that can find themselves in the formal sector as well as the informal sector. So even with a business person, that is what is when we see things like this, we appreciate it because it is in line with what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Obeyama persons with disabilities. And we need 2024 election under the 24-hour economy.
Mama, we are dear way. Mekai say ebra tobuti woman na omoye persons with disability na wo kra call minister won ye kwachire wo mu nomne ade bebi ho a wo bekọ facility bi mu na ba bi kra no a nipa ebefa no persons with disability befa no wo mo anya sa ade no in your quest and fight say eniema betoto mu ni ade no say na etie
yo me das na edi kan no aban de Sebio only BWDs ending here cry because Sebio Omoka say Omucha to boot mono. Thinking say yeah the E-levy, but now I say almost say that my to boot and air running. Apart from the fact say the revenue by the state, it was also a Juma Sebio easy my persons living with disability to do. They were doing it. It is not just with a stroke of a pen. Now we chat to boot more. You should have also thought of how those people are going to be rehabilitated. You should have also thought of how those people are going to be resettled and how those people are going to be involved in a gainful employment. But you see, sir, this is a government that is not disability friendly. And that's why they took that reckless and irresponsible decision here. Then when the people are now agitating, say, so clearly, we are just wanting Ghanaians to see say this government is not disability friendly, and that is why we are calling on Ghanaians to vote them out to ensure say we bring in a government under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Obebua PWDs Amasebiu Omunyoma Inyomunjuma so etimi etumpon. Clearly it is obvious. They say actions is louder than words. Which are to boot mu. Udiomuka untiaka. Ne aba finance ministry so na yebeye oye chese muntia kaswa.
Oh, but that no, yes, no good mood.
Why in the good mood? Finance minister.
There be akwe ba akwe the say. There be ade ne both way. Road minister.
Oh, no, serious. Clearly, I mean, we are taking an irresponsible action, and instead of apologizing to the people, we are now showing force of power. And clearly, that is, we are fighting for those people. But what we know, say, Nyamina Adumna is Excellency John Dramani Mahama Benwa. Because of his good intention for persons living with disability, the road tolls will be brought back, they will be engaged, and as if that is not enough, there is a fund coming that was specifically dedicated to persons living with disability. I said, everyone person who goes to a beauty, every says, I lawyer, na yakan wasem, omina sebi, everyone.
Na baako make a dear chemwachre ubia and say, anybody, anywhere in the world, me I disabled anytime.
And the no crapa because we share issues about persons living with disability and share statistics now. Some of them were natural, and we mostly became disabled through road accident and all forms. We share visually impaired lawyer and I can't but say at the age of 11. And I born now, it in the hospital. It drew near the man, offer a drone of reaction in his eye. So at 11 years, then he became blind as a result of medication as a five. So anybody at all can become a disabled at any time. And that is why we find it to be reckless and irresponsible to the extent that we have a government in place that do not care about persons living with disability. What is also important, the higher cry, common fund 3% cinema persons with disability, and adani politics. It is your share say we are disabled cry, but that is not the real reason behind this particular fund. So clearly, Abaya TCD is not disability friendly, and they don't intend to be disability friendly. You ever say disability for more Ghana any opposition for Omonto Abama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Sebio, Oba Omamanyoma, and persons living with disability.
Medasi minia.
Yo, Mr. Medasini akwenye.
Yes, I say Dr. Richard Fiadomo, Chairman, National Disability Desk of the NDC. And you know, and come okay, 101.7 so in Nana. Yamwas Band. Yamwas Band. Na Yamwas Band, you know, na a Bobby. Kwezi P, ni papa. Ni papa ni a friend, Ejeku,
yeah.
Ona oto na ne voice ti so ba. Sebani frewa, anwo be na waye. Akuta be na bebo, anwo be na waye. Eye kwezi bi ni papa.
Ne papa on.
Ona ne ti sa. Na
only person.
Ay ma we vise. Habon tse. Sansu na dada so tse. Na omo organist no. Sabi no in friendly.
Wow.
Ye friend APC. So open ni aminim.
Ye na no you good o.
Okay,
No obo organ pa. No obo organ pa. Wonim say Alex Kunadu. No obo enwom no. 1,000. Unzo obo Fela Kuti asum. Obonasum. Fela Bagana ha.
That's right.
And omoye program na Alex Kunadu so was built on the same program. And Alex Kunadu sabre no abo. Dio adwanguma wona pedi ayemia asasi ase
Jesu
Dio na enwum ne ye Fela de. Who says Fela so obo saxophone pa.
Yeah.
Enti asasi ase je shabadaba pam pana na Kunadu Alex Kunadu wa fa echiram so ko wina petition ni biaba to ba ye na wan na gina wa e saxophone e to asasi ase mu no mo se aye Fela Kuti international Nigerian singer no no se nada na mo kan chance asasi asa sax ni mu
Anwani.
Aba. Mongo ganje so film.
Adana odutu mu anya de.
De no se asasa se sabre we say. O se asasa no.
Sax ni.
O se muni ho. Na netufo onye ne ba bi ko. On ne bo asasa organ no.
Na netufo.
O se na netufo ne bo asasa organ. Anu kura abere obere. Na be sashi be. Na okazo mo kan jesu onya na won so anfi e no no so ne na su bom won se ye kwa Nigeria be bu ye se ne kwa na mengo bi emu entina Alex Kwadu okọ Nigeria ba ye no wa ko bi because no so okọ
a mbabu no
afela be me yabo no asase asa sax nim Nana yango de bakatas.
Nana
yes.
Na nyame aduma 27th of Busumi. Ana wasna manyoku NPP. Wa metro abade yi wo mo mbegina. Na wo ma prem na se bedua fo akonwa. E wo constituencies awodo a akanum. Na nyame nchade eno e delegate bokrata krata feto sunsia. Wo mo de emiamia na wo mbeto constituency abani na wo mo de aba. Na Ashanti region mi di mani famu ano
na anza na abeba no mameka de ese who's that new job in north because here na say je dijo more head of press status and echo
and
regional minister no ye set champion set champion ono so by force wa kofi new job in north
and also guarantee in room on
them say chamber ho
we
gis mobile no matter na enrada any Monday no constituency for no wa wini made aye oboy say park na de constituency one oni nkofo bi aba esusu park no
wo me say on be pamata dia say park no
ya o omoto abama na obeya street na Dada na udi regional minister no.
Na sika ne mba no. Na nya mba no.
Ma no. Eti aka 1 week pe papa na
sika na ba no.
Ba no. Ade.
Na nei.
Yes.
Na me adom a eja dwaben.
Hey.
Na dwaben wo meto no Methodist School Park.
Yeah, papa.
Na ene na obi anim se Ojefo Francis Owusu Echan. Ajenkwa Francis Owusu Echan. A woso dwaben puntuo se concrete. Na wode bra dwabenfo. Oh, Owusu Echan wo be pra wo hia ne ahokere afri ho. Na waye abrabopa ahunya adwuma enkoso mpuntu a wa atu. Nana Francis Owusu Echan die megidie say this time around delegate no
se ba ko no wom ye wom say ye man contest and wom man contest ya gabin do sa bom sa konti wom an ne ko su kire ne say bra yesrew
na mem on fa ne nto
fa ne to na bra wo de nya hwe ema yesu ne kasa ya o ka se eda mi nu kwa hia ya nsa na obegi atum so obeba no o si nta so se bi nyame mo abeyesa enti se de obia Francis Owusu Echan ono a na eko enye kwagina na ebua wadi bi eye
na nei
yes
na wonyam beye ye no wonyam beye MP no wo munya kwanto aba ma no a wo meto nyame ya adom 27th de ama no no nana wa donate megaphones.
Wow,
megaphones plus 500 to party executives. Say, yo, 2011 registration no. 2011 registration no na ye no.
Yeah no.
What megaphones at the 500 Ghana cedis. E ka home executives bia say, wa mo fan potemu enkobo de ro say krofon ko tro mu din.
Wow.
Nana so wa Ena Nazara Wing wa MPP mo so wo ma obia wa megaphone ene 200 Ghana cedis.
Hey,
we ya Nazara ni nkoa dia
Nasara
won na nei na MPP amanyokuo no krabata wa dwaben no mo pick up bi na ya adwuadwe amankuo wo ma package wo adan ya maintenance sika kra wo mu ni bi ono anako no monu box mu
eno wase bonye
nana no okoyi iska free monu box mu
unso ye mining consultant.
Oh yes.
Owusu Echan bebe
yeah nana tio Dwaben Youth Wing 2012 registration exercise. One person mo be manpower do amunni akotiatia mu se mu nkotiro mu din o antesa no obi akonya kompo antesa no manya short throat nana oma youth ni na obi a megaphone baako e chan so the cash ka 200 ka ho so mo fan ko Dwaben kronim enko bodo ro se nkrofon nkotiro mu din. I'm telling you
na ye na de ono ye incumbent MP no ye de
won ye hu wo be tiro ni o won kire mfa no wo na wudi nko abato wo mani manya na sem nana kwai na kobisa 40 days rent of taxi cab for Dwaben Youth Wing. Nana ayo dam get
wow
and nipa bi say Dwaben fo mpenu amo penwan nana we Ade ay oh okay ya fan say for double cabin pick up ni bi
ai ibodin no
eno de ma ye say bako fo I so am fan election 2012
ana incumbent no so ma say
oh wipe akra wan fam ha kan wipe akra wan fam ma nana executive a police station executives election 2012 say be ye common no omunti nana oyi 2000 Ghana cedis e de yeduane e de ma food and drinks
12 years ago no okay
I'm telling you nana
Tewanya befo Dwaben ho Francis Owusu Echan Eurade Nshira
party officer wo Dwaben party officer wo Dwaben nana kwa wa na ye fence Tarazo kona kwa floor tiles papa bi Emma no kwa duru a wo mu ti o mu tra de say ya wo mu tumi hwe ni mu de ye wo mu make up no moko na floor tiles wo wie na office tables enye de abobo na munaga janchi ni bi o take de ni bi enu kunya enu osa painting red white and blue e dan no first man ka ya kado what the other paint
and MP no so ye dey
nana painting brush kura wanto
ebi onso eko enu amu on fie ma executive be di o
dia na ase no nana
yes
2015 emra was na manyokuo ye campaign about 2016 no posters a wo ye edema mampeni na nado me de wo de femfam dwaben baako 7000 oh nana 7000
wow
on one kwao incumbent MP nana bisa so ye sen printing press kura we nsi ho
obi obetimi abi about 500
nana me say printing press wono kura wanko wa mampeni na nado danko akufo ado campaign oyeye nana dwaben said de be ya dwaben fo be hu se nanado ene ba umia ene ejina ma NPP enti wo ye t-shirt enye t-shirt no a wusi ba ko ana ne kwana ya baga ya za ba ya ne bi o
ajaga no
ajaga nana atwetan t-shirt ni bi ba ko 10,000
hey
oh nana enwo ye de ma dwaben fu Gabi MP before so one chanting chrome no money advert 10,000 t-shirts.
Let's about 100 cities.
Now you can imagine. Allah. And where you can upon one somewhere won't. And let's say be a pay no free jabbing. Anna, my spiritual father, Apostle Dr. Zeko, and Ponzi free jabbing. And you part the park of jabbing. Nana, school feeding.
Okay,
and cry. Na aduane na ye ready akabo a betiti agum enkwayi nya bi to bu a no ade nsem akoje ayimambie nana actually RC basic school autobus aye den aduane gum man koda 420 bako 420
wow
oh yes nanu wa na actually community senior high school ya bebo na manye se ensubrani bi etoye ene mframatankum bi aboye nana apa school no so chance dan na akọ ama nkoda yewia bọ ese o mapempema na bi nya migraine na bi nso nya tipa ya so bene na no mbeka ya eno se wo me hia chance dan dodo sen na no amkoye ya de ba yo so en chance dan ya wo me hia de abo senior school no so no nana 5 eno si bia na carpenter ni no wo be ba se no wo mo request 5 o ma wo mo 10
okay
it me pacho na kire say a free bear 2012 which is about 12 years ago
nana 2011 no
2011 na kire say be 13
years ago
na wasum party no na me question me busa sesi and say ye wo usechi ono na a constituency ni esu kire no the hiada communities no su kire no the hiada na MP no so no oye dai
nana essence teachers quarters enyo na renovate yanka ya the teachers ko essence kra mo so mo nko wona ko renovate teachers quarters no e ma ne ye gam ayesa yefie chia me dan ya wodam nanu he nana jabi senior school so ni mo
oh yes
enkwada isi ye wo mo kontakoni ade a na wo mo nkrofo se jama wo munni akande wo do be se jama bi akoya man power nana Francis owusu e chante ye no so what me krom jabe ye SHS munni he mo kontakwa munni bibia mo bebodi agigi moni nana ni okọ okromedum
adum
baby a tom brass band papa no
SK apia ho no
nana trumpet trombone de brass band konya ko de ni bi
bim
gagdabs de di solo ku at ngudum gagdag
oji de bom say shine
nana ni na ka complete brass band ana de koma adwabe senior school nana no mu bom atitro am de bo Ghana national anthem make our nation great and somebody boom. Nida. Mude.
And I just say, go to the fair for I want snack a me group. I am here. Moja fi mama.
Nana. So ni bonfa.
Ai bonfa. Ai. Bonfa ufa uwa na ko bonfa chiase.
Nana no muni police post o.
Ye ni bonfa ye.
Oh nana.
Okay.
Enti kwan no so dey bisa driver form nam kwan no so. Am Robert to no mu to mani. Nana wakosi police post ama wo mo. E wo bonfa.
Onya meye.
Oh nana wasem was important wo sirem. Wonya 27th no kwan so ye ma ye nto aba ma ne meye parliamentary candidate.
Nana. Ye hwe baby o bi ana ye nkoche na de.
Nana yi.
Yes.
Wulim say Nada Roma. Permanence police station.
Police station yeah.
E say do munye UTV be.
Hey.
Oh come on mo flat screen. Kakaka esiwa udina we no.
Afcon you am heavy.
Na no mo heavy.
Ozu say
Ozu Francis Ozu Nada Roma. Correct. Wo mo heavy. Permanence police station. Na TV a born no. So one to the boss strategic place into mo mo say so ni na kra heavy.
Obi pe TV awe say me kwa mo police for na chimi
ati mi etu.
Na nya kwa we afko.
Yi nana
yenya bi on.
O say
yenya bi. Ai.
Yo.
E be sa dia yadwuma. Enti
Nana Francis Ozu e chan.
Yabe ma. Yabe constituency say. Sɛdeɛ yesu kyerɛ no ne ade no saa na monye na Francis Osu akyia mo soso montoma ne fɛfɛfɛ montoma ne bom
afisa waya ade montoma no besa ya de kese amamo
empuntuo no adoso
dozo abama na dozo adamamo zabenfo mon nanti jabin fo mon kam gele mon suma kumam
Meji so mampani fo no se afi bia so ne ya be resume
go yo bi adwiri
abey na oye na mama ko tip ko meza ba
o badam sa to do ko ewuti senya east
mate
yes
enne ye ne fiko
na me ka tira o ye be mo mato abapa ama mpuntu abagana what
na mama fa we mfem ansa na ye interview ebe mi pa chaw Dr. Sibu ono na Ideal College ne dia one complete junior high school bra Ideal College no wanye senior high school be a school out to ye no ya fa wan to the preferred school bra Ideal College ya to ya postu kra me pa chaw bra Ideal College wo bejo Ideal College we here solid foundation any effective preparation ade be pass was very well bra Ideal College open admission to SHS 1, 2 and 3 bra Ideal College Dr. Sibo who vacation na be a person intensive vacation classes e be put you ahead of your colleagues bra Ideal College who person winya intensive wasimi remedial classes bra Ideal College you know a renowned center for excellent education na Ideal College wajo ntem brani bra Ideal College prepare students one trust SAT TOEFL IELTS grade GMAT O and A levels na Ideal College in baby woni University of Professional Studies Legon one in the opposite afei across all regions in Ghana 16 regions no number me boy a short code o dial a see Ideal College for direct tie *6002 bo dial eko *6002 no ano no dial enko *6002 dial eko and 0543 29 40 31 0543 29 40 31 0543 29 40 31 0543 29 40 31 Ideal College still how can you fail okay 101.7 Ora Dennis Miracle Abuaje a member of Dr. Baumia campaign team and our director local government office of the president Honorable Moji.
Yeah, but you say you go there.
Boko na also
So all the device selection is like into no na say we dey.
Yo, na ba kwa.
Mr. Dr. Bamiya Nyante campaign team ediro. Say the do na view, ye dey no during the primary. Dr. Bamiya Nyante campaign.
Dan ya yeti awbebem. Kwanam ne alaji akoka ne yie kama.
See that what with you.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wakasa say 2025 oman to aba e de man no be president a enka Ghana for madawroma ene mu MPP for so a wo ba betumu no mo ma ne honi mu na kakra na onfanto ne bo asenhihye ne ma ne ko de we amosia say ne ma no ano odin nse be ogi ne say
o oni say de bia no no kasane ye ka former president Jomama Sama. I keep insisting and I keep telling your listeners, you know, say I'm paying that John Dramani Mahama only ideas any plans to be Emma the development and the progress of Ghana. The ETA say when we say the one window of opportunity be with respect to the obvious challenges in an aspect of our development as a country, which is the recent past years global economic crisis. Ghana so and so basically all he's seeking to do is say around that. He's only reiterating and answer is rehashing the obvious difficulties and challenges are buying. And Ghana for aware and then on that basis, ride on the emotions of the people. Now or the baby do mind in him. But say on one casapa between I say on my way and how about quite a woman ye went free when they say exchange rate in seminal 2022 a dane kakra Emma Hunsen by a basa into me bar. See, I'm doing a talk with you. Now, between me making sure say, exchange rate in some seminal, a bay year since in city, and then say na MPP for a year. But me sure the omo na media no me see me the befa kwan we so me this no be better than omo dia no. Me nyim say what is with this anko that. And see me, I'm not surprised say the more all campaign no, the more na dream pon nkasa de wona ko me manga sankasa no AP fira no so I say yes bro from you say bibisa the abundance of heart to say the abundance of the heart no ne piefi ano
de ahye akomemu ne piefri ano
because you see Kwame on my year you know say we've had a very difficult economic challenges just as the United States, just as the UK, just as Germany, just as all countries in the world have had, and we are recovering. The strategies are to recover. In the year 2022 or so, UK, within 6 months, no master prime minister is there 3 times or thereabouts. And I mean, they've had a lot of economic reforms trying to recover and gain where it is that they were pre-COVID and pre-Russia Ukraine. Sana mind be and it is a one now so about the say hobos. Yen to Abama. Na say to me can't say and say me ba say na me nemo catch and say who the kind crowd say I say koko e ka say aboy koko say wo no wo di to mu say o ha na da won wu ni hu ni ya no nemo oba ye ma wani mu kakra na fa call round now only yen fan to adwin nanya solution for my then what are you coming to do? Then why should we vote for you? Why should we make you the president of the republic? And the Argentina, you know what to see, and the one person on the honeymoon. Yet so, between 2017 and 2020, almost every single economic indicator was improved. way improved beyond what we met in 2017. Then out of nowhere, nobody anticipated, we encountered COVID. And I recover from COVID, global supply chain frustration, disruption from the Russia-Ukraine war. Yet, yen deserve any moon. Yen deserve a breathing space. They are resolving challenges. Obiaji to say, Ishia Quintifi. Nemo Wodie. Wono Unkahe. One tray and Kwaya Befaso obey if you're holding. Odi and say, Yantuma na Oba. Yema space, near my mre, any animal. Na foko round. Na bedia agent free a ho. Na fabeti show my no. Senior, I keep telling you, say, hey. And I'm sure the Ghanaians will listen. This is the first time we are experiencing the NDC in this manner. In the year 2008, say you. When we are global economic crunch, Wall Street situation in 2008, I had a crisis by President Kofonsu Bishia Kakrano. Say the NDC for a year. They never professed a single solution. All they did was to ride on the obvious challenges, and break the emotions of the people to get into power. They couldn't fix any of the issues or the challenges they claimed they were. Rather, they even worsened it. Into by the time of 2016, they worse. And that's exactly what former President John Mahama is telling Ghanaians. Only solution, or the idea. In fact, he doesn't even appreciate the situation we find ourselves in. Noba, Yaman acquiring on to the boss and no appreciate the situation. No need a bedding come and say when your solution. Yes, say, oh, yeah, but I mean, who did tell me be fee? Say, Obiso of a mount to ma. So, what's the question of a mount to ma? Kennedy, Alamboa. What's the question of a mount to ma, Kennedy? Nipana, or say, or catch and say, or ye Messiah. Now, saying, or see, is the salvation for the people of Ghana. Or your bar. Even though he's claiming we have a crisis, he's saying there's a challenge and we have an urgent crisis. In the midst of the crisis, he wants a honeymoon before he's able to get a solution for us. Former President Mahama has nothing to offer Ghanaians. Whatever he can do for us, he's done it, and there's nothing else he can do. And I'm sure the Ghanaians are watching and they are listening.
Yo, Nanya, Mamimrai. He says, John Dramani Mahama Saka Biu. Say, well, bar. Assemblyman for no adwuma wo mo ye no eso obetua mo ka anye bia 1000 bi at the end of every month there what bema na wo so wa ye municipal chief executive da and na wo san ye director local government na kan say sika kura ko office of the president no about 2 billion Ghana cedis no ye betimi atimu bi so man e de atua. Na local government act no so no wo mo betimi asakram na etimi dia yesade no enkomo yi eto sen
you see me omo tu former president John Mahama for when it comes to campaign here and you see first of all he doesn't even appreciate the situation the country is in, and all he's doing is on a man no titi. It is what say media houses, journalists are complaining. No, be some say we mom we do no saying. We are bear 2000 yenke be mention no to Obama without really analyzing the situation and appreciating the situation on the ground. Senior, what kind of local governance act now? Assembly members, they are supposed to be paid. It's in the act. Presiding members, they are supposed to be paid. It's in the act. District chief executives, they are supposed to be paid. It's in the act. But what kind of act now? You would realize that Embrani are very clear. Embrani say, district chief executive, you know, what is that? 3 categories here, making forming assembly, no, the district chief executive, the assembly member, and then the presiding member. What kind of act now? All of these people are emoluments in some acts. But the act is clear. Act, no, senior, it was passed under former President John Mahama. Act 936, no. It was passed in 2016 when he was president, when there were assembly members. Act and say the emoluments of the district chief executive shall be charged on the consolidated fund. The presiding member the emolument no shall be determined by the assembly now no woman. Now assembly now etua presiding member neka. And I don't know what he means by they will be paid. The assembly members, in fact, there are some assemblies that offer for phone after adenta. For phone after a lot of the assemblies. Some of the assemblies are already paying their assembly members.
Oh, okay.
Every month. Because it's already in the law. Now let me explain what's happening to you. What's happening? What if you say
I want Branimu Dada.
Oh, I want Branimu asking him.
Oh,
I want asking him. Say what is happening right now, they say assemblies don't have multiple sources of funding. Internally generated fund. And a central fund, she said this assembly common fund. And then grants and donations. Now, assembly now kasa na on one budget. Assembly now and yet a buying from Accra in a quiet budget and my assembly. Assembly now every year extra year prepare more budget. Normal your more annual action plan. In the budget, they have their emolument for almost staff within the assembly. Any BBR emolument in BBR is there. It's in the budget. For assemblies that can afford, see the matter in you. For assemblies that can afford, and they think say, Omusika Betsono, Omutuyom assembly members in the camp.
Okay.
We assembly. More members of the assembly. Makwa Kwatinase. Master Semusi Afiwe no. Yesika yes, but ye be in our internally generated fund. Ebia 10 million. 10 million no. Ye move 5 million, ebe tia dying. Ye move 2-3 million, ebe tia ye staff or more ye IGF, no so to say security guards and all kind of stuff are your former assembly honor. More somebody to be decided said the Bekano. Yeah, assembly members no, Bosumi be a mom 200 Ghana cedis. There is no law that bars any assembly from doing that. There is no law that bars any assembly. But you see, what the former president is recommending, meaning exactly what he means, and maybe he should clarify. Because it is clear in the law. And there are assemblies in Ghana today who are paying. What some of the assemblies going to say, they only pay allowances on quarterly basis. Some too pay monthly. Only committee certain allowances. Any assembly certain allowances. It is our assembly members. And this point, I am very passionate about it because we cannot throw our democracy and everything we are doing into disarray. Me, I'm an advocate of decentralization. And the true decentralization would not support central or centralized payments of assembly members. What the true decentralization would support would be fiscal decentralization for the districts to be able to pay the assemblies by themselves. That is what decentralization will support. The true decentralization would support proper fiscal decentralization where the assemblies are empowered to be financially viable so that out of their own resources, they plan and they're able to raise and generate resources to pay their assembly members, like other assemblies are doing already in Ghana.
Okay.
And what we are fighting for as a country is not for government of Ghana to come and place assembly members on Control and Accountant General's Department payroll when we're already struggling. At the moment, the country is paying using over 60% of Yesika Yenya to pay salary.
Sure.
So the idea is not to, yes, we are advocating for assembly members to receive some stabilized form of emolument. But the idea is not to bring them back to controller. The idea is that let's strengthen the fiscal decentralization. And the fiscal decentralization is that what is due the assemblies, send it to them. When they receive that money, and empower them to be able to generate a lot of the local resources. And then when they generate it, let them pay themselves. Maybe if you are not. Your assembly member be taking decisions. Or no, as an assembly member, senior to you. Or as an assembly member. His decisions and his thinking and everything is only related to Klote Kole Meboa.
Sanity.
In fact, he doesn't care about what is happening to the next district. It is only what is happening within his district. And see, what rights, what mandate is there for me, Misika, Mina Michame taxes for Adentano? a crime ben are buying for to say, the minute you have taxes are, you have a tax, no, and could tria, or be or no taking decision for Clote.
Okay.
How does his decision in Clote affect me in a denta?
No.
So you see, it is not the same as a member of parliament. The member of parliament is making laws for the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
So if the member of parliament is being paid from the consolidated fund, it is justifiably so. Because member of parliament, you know, the actions and the decisions, you know, they affect you across the country.
Mm-hmm.
But the Clote assembly member, his decisions, actions and inactions, in fact, it can be detrimental to me. Because he can take decisions that protects only his area.
Yeah, and certain bylaws be near the ADB.
Yes, other pass bylaws be near there, which is only selfish to his jurisdiction. It doesn't come to my area.
Okay.
So all you can do is say, I'm running say you have a certain percentage of your taxes amount from the common fund.
Mm-hmm.
So we say of the common fund and every year taxes man and the to say assembly be you can decide to use some to pay your staff and assembly members. That is your decision. But that's what you say. That is your decision. That's why you can take that decision when you are developing your annual action plan and your budget. It is your decision. Because how can be be a bicycle or did any percentage when you have assemblies in say also on mine is cano on mine revenue near from minerals near oil near diano. Moko mine no and see Momo assembly no Momo say ni Sasha no be drew wa and not know who to take decisions out to be here one assembly members can. No mom, it's going to be completely erroneous. Say Rebecca say, yeah, the on mine consolidated fund now. Me a me tie krapem what a decision a ye take you Samra boy no family hono. Yeah, the me ye nyina ye sika no kotua Samra boy assembly member ka. No no take decisions are selfish to no kwa jurisdiction. It doesn't add up. So really, I think that former president is only making promises because what is assembly member say it's a good call. We all support it. But the model and the structure for paying assembly members is not to come and commit another cost on the consolidated fund, but it is to improve the physical decentralization, which is sending the right resources, getting the assemblies to generate the right resources, so that they can pay their assembly members. In the year 2012, Kofa NDC manifesto, payment of assembly members was in the budget, was in the manifesto of the NDC. This same former President Mahama was president for 4 years. I don't know, but this our president 4 years, no. That promise, no, one fulfill it. Now, and then no opposition, no, or yes, our promise, no. He will not fulfill it because he had the chance and he never did it. And he knows very well, say, it will be a great disservice to decentralization if he tries to centralize payment of assembly members.
Okay. Medasi Anobey.
Medasi Senior.
Medasi Pa Honorable Dennis Miracle Abuaje. And your nature commono, where your director, local government, office of the president. Okay, young boy. Now, yani Honorable Alhaji Inusa Fuseni, and former MP for Tamale Central, former minister, roads and highways, former minister, lands and natural resources. Honorable, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
That's saying.
If you are
I think come to you, if it's a sena, and Kwame Nkrumah Allah. Emma Bibia, Pepe. Ami. Asama see what Tamale, Ebra NDC for a meeting na vice chairman, Ebo Muna, Wakoto share regional treasurer. So, me bacho esi wo wanim.
No, enti my name. Enti wo my name.
Na what train saying?
Oh, nami wo on the ground, let me campaign in a constituency, a Nigerian constituency.
Okay.
You were campaign grounds, you know. And then we heard the news that vice chairman was meeting a meeting that regional executive committee a meeting, and the vice chairman came there, assaulted the treasurer.
Now, dear Uti, vice chairman, well, he's not supposed to be in the meeting.
Yeah, he was supposed to be in the meeting. So it came to us as a surprise. You who was not in the meeting, have a meeting once, then you went straight for treasurer, who is a woman and assaulted her. It came to us as a surprise.
Okay. Now, no, see grounds for his actions near thing.
What could be justification for that?
Sure.
There could never have been a justification for that. First of all, a meeting. So, Marco meeting. One meeting. One meeting. It is not matters that they were discussing at the meeting that generated some heated argument. No, one name. So what justification can you give for that? How can you rationalize that? So who was personal beef with the treasurer? You settle it outside a formal meeting arrangement. You don't settle it in the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That's marks of serious indiscipline on the part of the vice chairman.
Now, Mami show executives now more one more Menasipobi are they logger heads with each other. And now say Sambia yet say we see Yera Haruna Idrisu Honorable one John Dramani Mahama and Intina and in the Mune Kofa Sansim Seminaba and Pato, what is Sansim will be?
No, every say this year 2024, this year election year, into year stakeholders in the northern region, ye meet before the meeting, ye engage other stakeholders for us to come out with a consensus. At the effect in the northern region. So we met on the 5th of January. A stakeholder engagement was on the 5th of January. In the meeting, we decided that now there were things that were discussed. And these follow-ups were hot. But every say, regional executives normal elected to manage the region for 4 years. Regional executives no omunko share and discussing ways of implementing the follow-ups. Inti omunkwa no omukoye to take the matter, the decisions of the stakeholder committee, what the party has decided that they will do, marry them together and come out with implementable steps, actionable steps, so that in our campaign it may implement it. So that was what they were doing.
Now, so big Busa say, a national chairman of the NDC, by the northern regions, now a reconciliatory talk, and our buyer. Nature say all is not well within the party.
It was not any reconciliation talks.
Okay.
One who was reconciling one. Yeah, stakeholder meeting.
Okay.
And then to Nikasaye, the chairman spoke. The national chairman spoke. The regional chairman spoke. Lawyer Mumuni, who was at the meeting, spoke.
Okay.
The Keda Corps spoke. The there was another former minister who spoke. Then the regional secretary presented the scenario, the state of the constituencies as at that date, 6th January 2024, and then zeroed in on 2 constituencies to show us the dynamics. And they organized the buyer, say, looking at the dynamics and the state of the constituencies, these are things that they want to do. And so then there was an open forum. Then everybody added his voice. Okay, and then we closed the meeting. So I did the Omukaya and the speeches that were made gave rise to what the regional executives must do. Omunko uncle here I did the and reduce them to actionable steps to be implemented. So and no meeting no mukoye na vice president a vice chairman ekobu treasurer no.
Okay, FM.
So there are 2 things. When I read the newspapers, I get an impression that they are confusing 2 things.
Okay.
There are 2 things. 2 meetings occurred.
Okay.
One on the 5th and another a week after, 13th.
And an incident in the 13th.
13th.
Now, Bakuna is seeing, and no, did it give rise to the suit on the 13th?
No, because 13th, no, not vice chairman, no, or limited, no, Wamba.
Okay. Now, one man, at the end of the year, ama what me a bow room about to set treasure because I know a big friend can be chair on phone.
Oh, the devil himself has no capacity of knowing what is in the mind of a person. Anna,
Debbie,
mean to me, only that I know that young party, young Kuno, is regulated by rules.
Okay,
Now, rules no, are subservient to the rules of the country, the laws of the country. Inti who could boo or be with a justifiable cause. It infringes the laws of the country. Also infringes the laws of our party, the NDC. And so, the way a national executive, and a regional executive, and a consultancy executive, and a branch executive, when you are standing for elections and win the elections, in swearing you into office, no, one of the cardinal statements in your oath of office here, you abide by the constitution and the laws of the party and Ghana. And so, by abiding by the laws of Ghana and the laws of the constitution of the NDC means to respect each other.
Okay.
I can imagine how a regional vice chairman can pounce on another regional executive committee member in a formal meeting like that. Mean to me, it's just that such conduct is condemnable to the highest degree.
Now, yes, I'm suspended the crowd. And let me friend national chairman. Emma Oka so almost suspended in 3 months.
So that's it.
Well,
because we can't relate that action. Especially when we were meeting to see how to plan to execute our campaign for 2024 elections. You can't. It draws us back. It draws us back.
Oh, okay.
And no party would tolerate that.
Sure. Now, on the way, say more campaign up north. Any chances at saying because now I'm on for say no MBB for Swakoyi northern brother and a Muslim. In Tino, not just as say the battle lines are drawn. So now see who more chances 2024 election north.
Well, so you say MBB for Akoyi Northern. In fact, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasa in campaigning to win the MPP flag bearership, or campaigning on 3 grounds: 1, or a Muslim; 2, or a Northerner; 3, on the NDC force through. So we are aware of that. Now, but we are also aware, apart from Northeast region, in the presidential elections, MPP beat NDC in the presidential elections, except that in the parliamentary elections, MPP appreciate it. In 1992, in the northern region as then constituted, the MPP had only 3 seats. And then almost northern region, if you take the northern region as at then, almost 16 seats. And so we have to work to see how to reverse the growing influence of MPP in the northern region. And see, that was what we're talking about.
Sir, over Ghana, do you see power coming to you?
Well, the campaign 2024 will be on issues. Will be on issues.
Okay,
will not be on Northern or MP. It will be on issues. That should convince us to return them to power. It's not MPP ND2. It's, the Constitution says that the government comes to create equality of opportunities and prosperity in the country. In the last 8 years, MPP are creating prosperity. In the last 7 years, MPP are creating equality of opportunities. That is what the Constitution is saying. Take the preamble of the Constitution. Now we are in unprecedented difficulties. The country is being run on steroids. The other thing I'm saying is steroids. No government borrows on short-term instruments to run the country. But Minister of Finance, borrow you from T-bills, treasury bills to run the country. And at an interest rate of 30-something%. Now, if government is borrowing at 30-something%, the private sector, at what rate will they borrow?
I know bad thing. Near 38 to 40%.
And one private sector, almost normally the engine of growth. And it's a private sector, borrowing at the higher rate. How can they expand? Does it come to you a little surprise there? Most of private sector institutions and enterprises are closing down because they can get access to funding to be able to create the needed jobs. And young one was the young in the society are crying for jobs because the private sector is not expanding. It's not creating the jobs. Indeed, when we say we are campaigning on issues, we are campaigning on the basis of the record of the MPP. Now, like I said again, young constitution in the preamble prescribes what a government must do. Create prosperity and equality of opportunities. And I think when you take the scorecard of the MPP, that's why we are confident there. The people of Ghana will not be swayed by the rhetoric they are almost swaying in 2016. The reality check is here. And the reality check is not in favor of MPP.
Wow. And Alaji, that's the pioneer saying Padiama. Why?
And that's it.
That's it. Bye. Honorable Alhaji Inusef Husseini, former MP for Tamale Central, former Minister Roads and Highways, former Minister Lands and Natural Resources. Yawme sona yemra yeba yede komo beto aso.
Okay, FM 101.7.
And say, Yaman easy crowd. Or me jume munu at the top former pressure pound. I will say Mitia suppliers, Okada riders, and at delivery charges. And easy crowd. Yaman content them to say maybe a HMU. If we say be bia boyading, a busia ofien so hunya matron. A busende be so fresh side jiska. And easy crowd. At the Bakua a ya and mammy and Jenny say, Sembitia suppliers, ever Vodafone cash so a mammy sieska. So woman is free Vodafone cash so the Vodafone cash so transfer charges near free. Na semi manisika free Vodafone cash so the con network for so menya son faso.
Dial star 110 hash. Na send the sika. So the Vodafone cash send the sika con Vodafone cash so there. And that's why free.
Vodafone. If you're right, me watch you. If you're right. Yes on.
Machi if you're right. If you're right, make sure you so.
Hey, Evra, and first I'm so. What? I buy first such yammy. No.
What's what prepare?
Hey, wifey, with the person if you're right, Becon. If you're right, with the cross the bow. Everybody. Mama, quite sorry. Yeah, Everybody can so what? It was a so bad shower crab, compo, winya. Onipa da sanitimi koto this way chocolate drink. No na yire ne ma edi so ehia twabianom anopa. No wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu. Wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yianom. Enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore. Ne fie wura beti ha. Anopa dio, awia dio, enumre dia mo no makodeo. Mo mame. Na mu wi a ma soro akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya.
Bese na dia ya late nso me yanki kabinje fiera ya wi ya kwasere body fate. Ke efiera, wuti fia say light we no water be ba wuntua bi. Wo bo asa sika na ne fa koto this way chocolate drink. Na ba nom.
Ka hwe me catch you pray fa. Say this way chocolate drink no. Metumi ato bi pa na so na me de so mo ahwe wate. E de me hia ne nsuohie. Na nsuohie so me ntoi. Say me bufu a, metumi ato bag mu a wate. Yeah, fiera we nko ade ma abunfu.
E koto nyanhwe. Efiera fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi.
Munyam sumponie. Munyam sumponie. Na mo ba ya trimodefo.
FGA agi ejwedie nkratoi atum.
no yareda akradia for fry your friend Big 4 free game pack games no edi where ya akradia ne tuni ni die nya den kra the number ahodo and 930 kosi 9 impressa de biara na beka yenkunum difo ne ho wo betumi atowo abefo nkratwa bia www.gamepackgames.com ana ubebo star 946 hash wo phone so na wo dia man akradia adwumeko eneli apene game pack games akradia yi so wonni mfia du nwotwe a wontimento akradia yi fanyansa to akradia yi Big 4 from Game Pack Games more mula more power
Yamenu ejaba boni di adwo ama wubi eti yamenu afa hin na mahwie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asam aba na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro ba ye de ni ehwie fufuo a akode wonwane adwo mo adwuma se me ne fie adwuma de mini fufuo kakra ba o madie no ene wotu me twama da pasa aso wo kan na matire nyira what yate na make am mebo a ebo de odi komum na se sia de obra to otwa fufuo ai wo wodwo mo pam na wo ma siu na wutimu aba na wo sadade na wo temfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya needful sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa yam body fufuo ne mankan fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kam kama ya yefra no needful fufuo enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo sese bia ma me hwe oh e bia needful fufuo eye kama say body fufuo ne mankan fufuo papa bi na wo kan say twan eposim na ede na me so kan so ento simanu mpe no wa wie no ahie wo kwa papa bi aguso betese de ama mani kura agisa ne fufufura ho ama mkoto bi kura ba ne se de Ghana force pom fufuro no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufue won pam wodom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bia wom wo nso de body ne mankan fufuro papa bi ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mojaduro ano pawia ne anadwo a wo koda need fufufura e wo wufi a eni gye nko a
FGA Ade Akye Abia nkratoi atom
Okay, FM 101.7.
Abza for ya mama kwa ba fe ye fa de bonkrata no some de ba na no pe ye fa twatwa mo so e na delegate de bonkrata no ba mane o krata fa to so nsia se nyame adom a NPP amanyuko no be kwa abato so January 27th na wom de akwa koyi wom begina prem na se bedwafo enkonwa no na wokọ ewutu senya east ewo Kasua Anglican Junior High School ewo na wobeto aba na ewutu senya east die Minister for Fisheries so for one na hwe epo ewo Ghana nyina so eni amunia ma nyina hwe na mu ewom tilapia ewole manko hwe ma me wata ne papo wata ene wata fo busuafo nyina so for hwe omo so hwe se Ghana fo ye didi a ye benya nam de atoso nsiom nam obatampa Mavis Hawa Kumsin e wona wodina na wo ye de gbanka tanse de oba mane no a wo chemu asa wo pe mampeni na nado dan kwakufu ado amamwo yimu asrafo a mampeni nya wo mu didie de asye se wo mo nsa wo mama mampeni nsensi fom se so wo mama mampeni anu no na mom wo mama mampeni ani agye a mampeni ebo wo mu se ma wo mu emomo se akwa pa no kwafo kakra wode ma wo mu no wo ma so mu yiye aye adwuma di hu no kore obatampa Mavis Hawa Kumsin eka ho na krata echemu se de so kwa ewutu senya east obatampa Mavis Hawa Kumsin o ti champuntunuma se light bill ema bronu bi a wo constituency enya ne de kama oh anyanye okwa ewutu senya east ya no wonder say wo muka say ewutu senya east is Mavis Hawa Kumsin and Mavis Hawa Kumsin is ewutu senya east na say wanya ewutu senya east die ase gbon rekente ya nwene wo mafra a wo gbaduma papa wo enti anya wanwa say 27 January wo muntu aba ewo Kasua Anglican Junior High School wie no na NPP delegate no asanso yi ne biewu so anu an wonko esan se so mugya na ti a obia ni ho a wo betumi ama ewutu senya east afri ani monyam akwa ni monyam etu mpon akonkan na wo bakata fa toso dunsia e wo delegate mu a Ketokre kwasma wako ke de be ma Egypt fo ibu afu. Ebo mu bu afu papa. Sanso hwe bo pa Egypt fo. Ani Mozambique boy yi. A wo mo ko wo mo bo draw yi. Now ba be ka so watena ye ne wo mo match no. Who declare war on Egypt? Football war. Not say watena wo nkwa ye ne Egypt fo no. Na who team we e na odi kwese Egypt e ka say who declare war e wo Egypt ye no amakenzi ni so. Won tena ba bi nwino ho. Nkrofo ye ni abre dada. Asa jatabru a ya chene ba. A ne ni abre wakwaje beretuo mu a wo hwehwe no. Mo sala ne nkrofo yi. Hai. Abo bi ni sun se ye watena de eyanimu ya. Hwe deli na nei wadanfo moruno nsu na Roma fo apam no. Na nei da ama me an sports no.
Mo wi da ama me. Call down go we for me. Na me musa question. Na nei.
Nana.
Knockout. You be knockout.
They are two bronya brain.
Or the twedi abu.
Technical knockout.
0.7.
And then anaka say about trophy at the end. Botrophy, aha.
Obi born money timi wa about botro. Na on bow to the canvas. Botra efe.
Ya bo obi a nipa na hwe fam no. Crofon di Nigeria ka efe.
Oh, botrophy.
Ya mo muntra. Hey.
Enti timu amode ko no. Na say me hwe ketokreku video bi a auto black sheriff onyum. Dem so kwai
jamam wedding reception as
wedding reception na a whole GF.
Nai.
Akwaje mic.
As MC Hama.
To nyum hurihuriye.
Yo.
Na sa nyum so ye to yemfa African wear na to ketokreku. Na that's a big one. Yes, African way network. African way. Yen shem fansha jeans nkekan shem. Na auto jumno. Se no video now.
Yes.
Obi zu twam. E won achi.
Yes.
Obi ado se dey hwan ani. Why na African way?
Why you got him on dey to? Black sheriff.
Oh, but yam fanya yen. Hwe. Kwasi nyantachi wo ho. Kwasi nyantachi oh, kwasi nyantachi oh. Sasa,
kwasi nye. Yes, kwasi nye.
Ene wa mama castration. Castration.
Castration.
We are frustration.
Entire castration.
Now,
and you depression. Anti-catpression.
Catpression. Omoboa. Say abano Obama go phobia to be no call no put no to man.
Tamale no.
E call to go see dey.
Ayo. Yo.
Nana. Coach no so se wori are you.
A crazy no.
Right. Akwaya semenyo yi wugire no ba. No, we na kofa eja bedu abem. Uni meja bedu.
Na minimum no pa. Dia wodi na wuyi.
Yo na we eja bedu. But some park is so sawa.
Na nei. Ba ku bi paint yi nso so wo mu a woni na e de pressure to nkrofo yi so. Nu ayi onu nso so afrim.
Ena fans ni bi tie mu wo ho say. Chris, no try no say. I don't know you the first. Me pay win bia.
Me fanya we.
Ana. It seems say you on pay a yasem. Curtain pay coach nasem. Ebra one outdoor no so anko.
Wanko. No ma GF for ni bi na coach.
Yeah do. ye national coach no GFA president anko
wanko
aseme na aka no
wanko a program ben na hu behia on that material movement chain the outdooring of the national coach na nya GFA ono sebi otu atadwe wo ho anade na oye wo ho
ye na ye wo yeti Ghana hama akoya hwe nyame anim awe nyame anim se budget ya ode ko no
on kan kire yen okwa mumu anu abeka kire yen
kwasi asem akwa
nse nhunu akwa nse
se ye ba ko okoye no management team members na kan ho so bi enya 100,000
na no mu yeye o wo mu yeye papa ebe hye wo mota amata so wo manya chat be ye dimirika ya na dimirika kwa ya mefe
na na mamu ade asema ahreho ba yenya penalty mako tere wanye
o
na mo tena ha ma obi akotwa video say referee for je bribe
yo
na me after matter obi kwasi nyanta kifi wo no normalization no mo tere no ebe ye de yin normalize de ben
ebe normalize de na
papa ba ku ya on normalization chairman or say
citizen coffee
Dr. Kofi Amwa sen no nsa na FIFA tua omaka every month
oh yes
and na so ngo bisa say na scanner the mom no oh it's a peanut they give us I think $5,000 dollars a month
5,000 yes
me kwa what him say omo ye nyina normalization PRO
dan kwa Abia
no omo ma no
dabi meeting no kra mo mfre no
ba ko wa mo ye meeting e no bi man last kwaku o ye meeting okoya Dr. Kofi Amwa busan say o be pay de wa
hwe
na kwaku no obu ade be pay wuni mu
eno wo se be pay wutri so
bodam mo
jana woni si na biru
me ya na kwaku so te na kwaku ade mo se
wano nto sina sun
wa mu di osika no ma mi yo
kwaku sina sun
kwaku sina sun kwaku sabre no ofon size eni
wo fon ni owu
ma mi kwaku wa na mi samra
kwaku wa na wo koi ana na kwabra
the impregnable and the indomitable sports presenter of all times yewra dan kwaku yeboa bra me mo achi
me do nana
na bogo de
I am good one the yeah, meaning that was no time, and oh, yeah, no,
may yet just do a missy. And a daily guide, page 16. Kurt declares war on Egypt. Ghana Football Association President Keto Kreku says the Black Stars are leaving no stone unturned and they clash with their Egyptian counterparts tomorrow. I said, what is that? And you say,
oh, Kwame, and one in the so declared because the destiny of the Black Stars, whether I say a tournament, you know, they were to us with a baby, you, Nina, and it was who declare war at damage.
Now, Nipeya, or do any more among us. Was a mentality, you're born and I go and say,
hey, Gongani, a evangelistic box I has MBA. Go boys here. First one, they're Zigger and Boli Bunum. A boy kind of veterans and not a fisher foods now connected. Every Gongano. I want to walk with boy to your own, that way to bed, your own, as one come on, walk a bed, walk out ever.
Now, because I go more better. Yeah, but no, yeah, but better to you win. But wait, what is wrong with our national team?
Kwame, they are wrong with our national team, no. Multifaceted. The kind is a political way to support our sport to grow. Politicians under the Fourth Republic from the Rollins time have paid lip service to using sports to create jobs for the youth. And to the Oko Parliament now question Hansa Dimua from Papa J up to the present day administration. Obia Commerce State of the Nation addresser. The speaker, the road to Damba and Raura, yeah. The speaker, the health sector, yeah. The blue sports are not lines in the answer. The speaker, the Black Stars will also be participating in the tournament come next month in South Africa, and the budget will be approved and one maker. In Tubeshe, hands at the parliament, successive president, Ubia State of the Nation address, sports, you know, 10 lines, it clearly tells you that you need leaders of more political will to use sports as a tool to create jobs for the youth. And in our history, leaders, inside leaders, two. Almighty Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Osajefo, any Ignatius Kutu example. Omni nipa no more political will to use sports as a tool to create jobs for the youth. And the some amampeni ni nanu sports no omo edika omo priorities say nipa na we ni si ho no should report to him direct yekoso the sports or hinijan no ye direct report to Nkrumah about sports activities. And to Nkrumah achieve sporting success achieve any other leader Ghana in just 6 or 8 years no the other. In Olympic medals 2, African Cup of Nations 2 trophies. Over 50-60 years after his death, that Nyaman American 2 near the Akikam. In Jadi or this 6 years as 8 years here, yeah, the best 60 years near the same thing. Over Ignatius Kutu Champion, he took a special interest, especially in football, any creative arts industry.
Now, what is on the crowd here? Was that team SS74?
Yeah, I'm a team. And Tuba Kaya, some of the Black Stars score campaign of Brazil ahead of the 78th AFCON. Omo buy and omo first trial match, omni SS74 na boy. And on board draw, and the Ghana for Bufu is a tricky. No Koya campaign of Brazil about a soldier for team we want to meet you. No sign mom call back for another 2 weeks.
Wow!
And on Beji 78 AFCON. And the senior political
78 11th African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
Adofama Bobi, Golden Boy, Abu Razak, Opokwa Fiye. Yeah, we are there. And then, where's your woman? I got a go from.
Oh, coming to Sakwana leaders no far so and they injected patriotism. Mama Masika in me a good enemy. Say, yenya sa political leadership na yenya leader bi obetena che hu say okay. Ghana eba boxing na they were talent. And the Ghana Boxing Authority Mumbai entrance. Government FSF for boxing should be creating jobs for the youth. And for instance, under Moses Famwen, Moten Professional Boxing League. That Professional Boxing League, you know, I'm organizing every season. In the next 5 years, Mumami 5 world champions from that league. So world champions, you know, Abayani DBA Betrans. They be found Muhuka. When they get to the top, every bout the government to have a percentage on the person. And imagine say boxing, which means good champions are, which means man to ring one night and make it $10 million. And imagine say Ghana, which means the police way aba, Kenya world champions there 5. Now every year will be a good trade. Now will make it average of $5 million per match. Now Ghana nyamu 20% and not 30% to cry. Not to talk about Nkofo Beformo or trainers or psychologists. Into one box I bet you employ 15 to 20 depending on the cloud. Now yɛne other federations atena se GFA blaster na NDC ni MPP yɛde politics for nam who this can yɛgyae. Every year government is going to dump money into the league. Near yen she say Ubebo league now almost 4 or 5 years you are not traveling. Into every contract with the man, there's an addendum contract. Our best say me and Koku Abia. Once I commit to play the Ghana Premier League, in the next 4 years I'm not traveling. My vision for witness. Enti yebo na dan Koku Abia my GD in Ghana 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Now for corporate board no say play biaba supporters nation na corporate Ghana so the once corporate Ghana pumps money, gradually government can win itself of pushing money into the game. And even in the course of that program, player be exceptional. It be all called Liverpool, Arsenal, and I Yamani chance man call. Yeah, this is can be able to start revolving funding. Up to date, Ghana policy to regulate the going in and coming out of our players. Bruni Tunisia Brocheba without recourse to the ministry, without recourse to GFA, no about team academy, was very talented, no cotton, you need regulation. There's a new talent in the area. And yenya football people are almost omniati, no matter teams, normally the national team is in your business. Get the group why football team is 5. One of working out joy from.
Also, football teams say
5, back 5.
Hey,
one spread teams across the country. Means you're a fair player, you are not in region for a regional balance. You very know any player. And now, when your friends and cronies, you know, almost national team at the young personal business.
But way, are there any at sa? Yen Yama, Yenya give a chairman. I can Yenya blaster be on one team. Good year now. The bounty, Yenya man. No one groom or mom, they said they are together always. Now, the team now northern region, no money, greater craft for, but the way east in no so bad cohesion, no, ever.
No. Our football management agents on the Tony Blaze, on years old, the team of cohesion, oh, we are player of run as if we are run at 20, no amount of not at home. Who will be a player now? Will Mombafo. I blaster, a man, jersey number. Now we feel blaster camp where justify many jersey the whole team.
Said so only Memuna cause in your Tungu. Because winning media one of the near maybe or am fair. And he say Winifred Maudika Okreku, my sister, is the one director. Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence. Wow. And David. What's it?
Anything.
So, it's so poor. Who did you say? David Alifo, head of marketing, Emma Dreams. Said Dreams as a Yanadia.
9.
And is one director, Emma, a deputy director. Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence. So on in Nippon. Aha, Faye Teresa Nelly Mensa, finance officer, I would dream FC. She's on a welfare officer, Emma Black Maidens. Tikese said the bear how many beko. Beyond to me.
Blast that team manager, not me, honestly, a team service officer.
Ah, team manager.
Naga.
There be Coco say, or more bay, or your own Crawford. Said the bear be Biobecabiano. What you say?
And your bonnie say, be a you or not a friend, sir. Sabi a negative one, let me say. So when you did not one and call for, but the extent now by Yano, a condos one as we are abuse power night, Yamano. And I have, but then your bonnie say will be dealing near Bishop, but I say I am also may have. But apart from that, there's nothing wrong with it. But maybe God, you want to mention.
Oh, yeah. Only said in every day, I'm Brobe Williams. Nimiano, Cat Niano. They say 1 year head of women's football development. And Osaya event manager. GFA phobia, you get to get the B and cotton son, your man conform radio. And again, you are pa. Any.
I don't know what now, but
What's it? Me domnam sa pata. Kwakwe. Afon yi. Me gusu busa. E your mind sika na re ko sika na esai.
Ministry ni se o mo ko ba o mo afon pida.
Ito amo ba o mo de betu dwa sa aye.
Na when I get the university master, adopt a question and film bizarre Katia.
I did a question.
Adopt a question and film bizarre Katia.
Wow. Now, Ochina, March, Ghana 4 against Mo Salah, Ninin Crawford. We are saying it here.
Kwame, a very difficult game and a dicey one as well because Egypt for a board draw in your first game. In Jonas selection, it seems say Olusuria or Kofi. And I heard the history of the AFCON. The only North African country, the both AFCON or West Africa, the body most in Egypt. Obekaya, Burkina Faso 1990, West Africa, host to Egypt, Cup. Obekaya, can 2008, Ghana and host to Egypt, West Africa, at the coin. Obekaya, the most recent AFCON, and also Senegal, and a host here. And also, Cameroon, a host here, Senegal finals. They were losing finalists. Clearly, it tells you that they are the only North African country. Your Bobo no West Africa, making impact. Morocco need Tunisia and Libya and Nasifon there. When the tournament comes to West Africa, money record be as a mobile money. Egypt is a force to reckon with. Besides, the whole of Africa, being already developing a league, is Egypt. The national team now, or the Aqua AFCON, out of 27 players, 19 are your home base players. 19 are your home base players. Okago keepers 4, Omuna home base, local. Inti team beaches this Abia coaching na only magma. But also rely on the teamwork and the telepathy the boys in Mudia certainly will make impact. And or the most salam watching. And the Egypt in Yetima Chabi Obeka say when you have a first match will you go to fan and Zana.
But let me prophesy here as a man of God. Yes, I am for one.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Reverend Tikese.
Yes,
and then got to do for Ghana today. Because Kwame match way, you better tournament more, you be free more a match ways. It will boost our confidence. Possible say we might to make great trip. You lose there's a homecoming ceremony. Yeah, ringy.
Me go go say be ya omo to aso nisike ya omo so omo to dini. Me ahia no omo ba.
There you go the cap na yepe. Nti so ombe cap di ani ade na obom pa so mumra. Ko cap dey kwa me nya
alaji who's I was we num.
Any yes sports eduman the industry no to a large extent Black Stars success eboye.
Okay.
Me no mutu no ni mabwa. I dey imagine so ma banan kom the cap yaba. Na yes the cap you go chill 2 4 mentia. E dey menya content.
Okay.
Content.
Anase bia cap no kwa no apart from say mudi be coat for mudi coat for wi anam de akọ do ma hene ho so.
Ezawala. Oh, you got me to a large extent in national sports and for that matter football eka ho. So dia eboami. Medium ye wan ka ya jeje tinya kwen. No. But me say match na any match be.
All players are on my ball. Like me and my classmates minua papa ya 20 eboa. Said I'm born birthday chile. Why 6 June.
Yeah.
1966. To no kwa we kuta 6 bear 4 e won birthday. Na wonu ho tornado e wo Steven Apia e wo sika kono mu kra de se o nyina wo ho adɛn na yɛn fɛ
wɔ ono get it do almost so na e get the last time now get you say on your board can obedi every president to amana nyin business job pam
wan ka che wan
get na get you see akon
akwanye wadi ma na se krachi masa oyi me bo kansa na me bidi eji every president to wa mama nteme ka wo so beko hey
the now legends in the
senka yemfre wo mu nyina ne ne wo mu ntenase ne stakeholders conference na obi amfa dwenemra the way forward
Kwame the stakeholders conference and Kenya ne say yo manya ye pese improve enka last AFCON na nka Ghana cock set ye worst ever AFCON record ke hona nka esi nkonya na ye start ebisa say what is the way forward by no that anaka ti be Milo to an adwuma so be ka che Ghana for say mo blasta no Messi bi yenim ye Milo be yan wan no wan sha wan Edio
Kat no so no mu ade on. Kat no so no mu ade on. We are not we am be say I say live be say. And our transfer na kro from da. Mate. Na edie ben yenye ahead of tomorrow's match.
Well, to a large extent, your selection be play role. And I pay a Smith Kasa and what can say. Up to date, kudus or your training now on to me because on your 100% fit. This one player and compliment cover boy. But who you could do to Kenya, coaching the selection, money is uncle Falcon is door from beginner born.
What the old time, the Ade?
Oh no,
I be that
your first match na boy na minimum no you chat.
What did you call it dear bay?
Coming stoffer. Nem fem calling down.
Near sister say what I did on me and say. So who say bia who say abroche communities no. Who want to me a pitch football pitch na ya wan go mo. Unto be bobo no mo say. Kwasi pass me. We are gonna you. But Bob last time eh.
Okay, your first match or no any Udway were the weakest link in our team.
Sure.
I expect to say this time around in Obesi Salomon. Your midfield and also me imagine Mudia in Colombo Kotoko player and with Molamte confidence on man and holding room and non tactic local player man assignment to be.
Pedia, I mean, I better not.
Nanka Salis ni Ashimeru Akamen. I was central midfield.
And any Keved match and I didn't know ko yi Semenyo.
One.
He pens in film.
Semenyo ni Joseph Pinto and a no more yard. You know where you are my free.
I go for a job do abetum.
Ni the office watching.
Eddie, a job do by says I saw Pentecost or born in some sa.
Name the office watching.
And now I'll be in a draw. Coach, you know. Aye.
You football you do maybe again.
Because what one wasn't the key.
That's that money and never do a job to be anything.
A job do.
I remember doing an elbow.
Yeah, my bed. Actually, and you said, Cat, you declare no.
Let me, now Minos give the grand is Egypt or no idea AFCON, the highest AFCON winner on the continent now in Ekobono, who class 7 trophies. Last AFCON now, Okoya, when you made new match to grand on the losing finalist. And you know, Egypt is the only man where I say, by Labrador.
Now, Kogui, Mammy Musa, and Branson say, see you as GFA president. Now, oh, dear, tournament 1, tournament 2. na wa fa results bi amaye a yetimi fa nhemra no mu se ye nyumfiri ho tede ye pam coaching
Kwame every
because akwai wa mfa bibi papa bi amre
Kwame every president na I say NDC MPP politics yawo what was and one auto vote when we need nipa 120 something net waba $2 million
me ba me go the whole Ghana efe no nipa be 120 pe
123 at 124
and am go football primaries
nji $1 million over bribe obi and Kwame Ntovi ankwaka or you a astute lawyer and a football administrator or there omomutu abama EFA president wa onje bribe dan bebo would no be ntumi amba
ore nye bebo odin nka mufa kosua no mabo
odin gura wa mo na kosua and Kwame the way electoral system no and that is what the dynamic say in normalization time no Dr. Kofi Amwa should have made a strong case to FIFA say Africa and
but blame normalization for blame can wo you are part of the mo antimi anya hu
oh Kwame say obi gina kira onim de e kofo gomi idea bi enu amde ma omo de adwuma
e me bi kwa wo tro we proposal bi na kuta wa na de ko
proposal no kwa nanten me the idea ma normalization say oman bi omo league ayi no website you promote league no statistics near them a different from every official website into normalization committee you set the website because not only about normalization competition you set the website you for Ghanaian players in profile in Nangosu now you be free officer you enter domain name GhanaPremierLeague.org you for every no because the same place in the normalization competition man about league you for promote your league at a meeting Tamiku for Dr. Kofi Amwa so good idea. When we say normalization no for me pa, mami ko po bi website no. Sika esi editua website we ano Dr. Kofi Amwa ntia mi sika about 20,000 bitua.
Ah!
Ai, ye wie yen so a.
Me ba twa me bo. Wa mo se koye mo bi nye website no.
Ai. Omotia.
Na wa kasa wo fa Citizen Kofi.
Kwa me se mi sika about 20,000 bitua. You will see a launch website now, and also mine. Emma website need a ye free power no. And I'm the details no come Alexa Santi say. I'm from Ketimus on Beya Wejuma. The last time this I get no see handing over notes at Dr. Kofi Amwa the man come. I'm one find your thing. You just a domain in the
and when you show us a one who be a cocan was much a doctor. Tonight, well, mafia.
Oh, I'm not ever born my India. We have to remember my field, your mind now.
I see. What when as a woman Musa, Yura, because in take former GFA president, now saying, or quite interview, baby. Now, would mean to be as a what interview now. Ba kokra ye woba Australia pan kwaku bie ni bag ma gale ene shito o gale ni so kwa de abobon nkyere wani bi no ye kwaku ya utue watue sumu wasi besiri kwadi aduane pa aya
that we say aduane pa na relative ebi ono na aduane pa ye salad ni ebi am aduane pa ye sadi ni gare a ebi so jebu Ndiebi ono na gbini mu na na dia ne pa sala.
Eye where did you hear say how did you ask me di kwadu? How can you do that?
But me Kwame me president Tikese no me pese me man response because me hu say na asema ye mobo. We wi asi ufri soro etita upra etin do gina fuma watiato. Bibi ofuru kodu ye no. Se wentietie ne chidifo ano Kojime nja efra kunyani mo bia no no so akoni trim no akogina radio so efe ndie me na mekire nipa oba be dia de so amasa de na nkoni trim na nko hwe so ko ne caf ni FIFA enka ebia by this time ko ne ruliga world football timi ana na asem ye mbonti sem go a ye ka se ye ka ye mfanti we
mate wansa mipa kwa kuma me na se na fe ye we na say do you see a winner coming? Afcon.
Oh, so far they are clear. They do knockout stages now. and you don't. But Minos no a proof point. We are Namibia Bola, boy.
Aha! Namibia Krono Ankas only about 2.7 million.
That's you.
Na Tunisia. Arabs is almost an answer, dear bay.
I'm coming to Tunisia and one country or best tournament to West Africa on Yard. Burkina Faso 98. Togo for a Ghana for but yes, Tunisians and the free. In Germany, after say a Hatem Traverse generation in the cable. And I'm half gone apart from 2004 host your movie.
Togo for Crown or you film, sir, you know, Afcon. A mube 8 or POP no you.
As well.
Ampa.
Comes out from Burkina 98 Togo for a Ghana free.
I would have done go.
I am the bomb working to do Cossy. In that place. No more was the go first.
Na mami when your mami fama Burkina Faso for you know keeper no. See as why ya chimney said coffee. So ya chimney we dey but ya hwe mami and you so free odi mu ho ba bi ai aboabo okay we dey hwe mo maso na he odi mo maso Koguti ede ye ntoaso ne yenhwe be kina de 4-1 against Egypt.
I'm in Reverend 80.
Amaso am obi amebo me. Ya no na ma hye nkoma am.
Very ogo azari ye harvest na. Am for bobo no njo ko bonde. Ya tema de na koma de tinye ko jis go say na mani abre. Na ye keka na mkebi.
Mate. Ba wo kwani medase pa ma senyam pa dia ma. Mante no ne wadodo.
Anyo gina dem se tremesi.
The lot. Mate ko baba. Yo. Ya nsem chiro ni dan kokwe boa ene ne edi enkomo no. Na nai. Mi de misusu ade bi. Ghana fo.
Yeah.
Se blaster be here. Mumi yempe kosuya.
Akoko kosuya ya.
Akoko kosuya but yempa santi kosuya. Keten no. Na yempe snap mienu ntuso. Na yempe bruni nsanka.
Je chankis.
Ana ekogi okra kofi djuma me bi. Na yemfa nkopa kwasi nyante chichew. Any African referees here announce go omani masem but of football enya catch for aduma a ways and means you can if you can maneuver your way what way
na me te kwa so mo ye bet o mutumi wuram
sana football te di entina one question me bisa say e maybe kofo apen so and Sandy ever win work up bid no for the first time. Papa yen konya bi.
Papa kofo.
Yes. Na yemmo we yentie honorable Abansuma na gbabe asem bia waka.
Speaker of Parliament.
Yes, yentie. Ye bo modern say ye be bo.
Was ye bo.
Ese bo obu abebo. Na yen kopa de chew.
Eyo afakwesi nyantechi.
Aka hu bi.
Say de ba e bia onya manenka.
Na egu West Africa referee fu animase.
Oh.
It will referee for no match bia ye ba ko bon Afcon say we qualify. Wa mu di ni French na say ba ko be di match wo ha. Na wa mu approach ni say ko mu de ni ko na wa ko wa mu de ni ko restaurant. Me no food. No food. No food. Me no food.
What better fast in the demand? No, you are going to grow. One person be a.
And I know referee penalties in Kwame Nsa.
One ye.
Baako ball obi kotodwe never ball nensa. Wanye. Ball here I bosh here. Me say ka odi opa me nya oni ehuru. Ni afie tin head.
Jumping high.
Ugo busa no say I say you are not your mother. Your mother money no come.
DJ Namone. Kejatum.
We na ebo. Awo ye hu. Wa mu ye bebo. Enti nana. Refifo no. Wonu say
that it was a dynamic addition. A value that when we were able to bring down Kwesi Nyantakyi, we also brought down Ghana football. That was one of the brightest spots at FIFA. French called 5. And when I met the executives of FIFA and said I was the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana, I said, what happened? Why did you people do that? That it was a dynamic addition. The value that he carried at their meeting, he was highly respected, and he was very influential, and Ghana football was up there. We thought we were only handling Nyantakyi. We didn't know we were handling the whole of Ghana. Senegal is up there today because the Secretary General of the whole FIFA is a beautiful young lady, and you can't beat her during elections. And she is the Secretary General of FIFA. That's the chief executive of FIFA. You see their stadium, you see their national team. So please, leaders don't stand alone. They stand for something that is symbolic of the country. Criticize us, correct your children, but don't break their hands or their legs. It will affect you. And that's where we are now. And people are calling for government to forgive Nyantakyi and bring him back to assist. We're able to perform the wonders in Nigeria because of the new technical team that we put in place. They were able to gather the potential young players of future, and they were prepared to die for Ghana. If we keep this team for some time, I assure you, it's not just the FIFA games we are going to play. Ghana will be up there again. And that's one of the soft power of our country. That's why, in spite of our size, our population, and the fact that we don't have critical exports, Ghana is in the minds and mouth of everybody in the world.
Yes, I will be in watching him. Jamari Warao. Sanari Warao. Sanari Warao. Sanari Warao. Sanari Warao. As you woman like Harare Warao. Odofwe. Canary, what is it? Cafro, and I ain't in a chim. Babby never say. There is a phone to panic a base woman. I've been there, is an area what I want on the very good.
We also brought down Ghana football. That was one of the bright. When we were able to bring down Kwesi Nyantakyi, we also brought down Ghana football. That was one of the brightest spots at FIFA, which the French call 5. And when I met the executives of FIFA and said I was the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana, I said, what happened? Why did you people do that? that he was a dynamic addition. The value that he carried at their meetings, he was highly respected, and he was very influential, and Ghana football was up there. We thought we were only handling Nyantechi. We didn't know we were handling the whole of Ghana. Senegal is up there today because the Secretary General of the whole FIFA is a beautiful young lady, and you can't beat her during elections. And she's the Secretary General of FIFA. That's the chief executive of FIFA. You see their stadium, you see their national team. So please, leaders don't stand alone. They stand for something that is symbolic of the country. Criticize us, correct your children, but don't break their hands or their legs. It will affect you. And that's where we are now. And people are calling for government to forgive Nyantechi and bring him back to access. We're able to perform the wonders in Nigeria because of the new technical team that we put in place. They were able to gather the potential young players of future, and they were prepared to die for Ghana. If we keep this team for some time, I assure you, it's not just the FIFA games we are going to play. Ghana will be up there again. And that's one of the soft power of our country. That's why in spite of our size, our population, and the fact that we don't have critical exports, Ghana is in the minds and map of everybody in the world.
Nana?
Nane?
Honorable Aban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin, Speaker of Parliament, Sen Wakasai, what's he saying?
It's all right. Nani? What's it? Kwasi Nyantechi. The idea ni bia na yafi se ya twene free so rabebo fam no. Na yafi se ono ankurankura na akwantankura na yade ye no. Nanso so ne yanim se ayomamu no football ena ne ya twa ba fam. Wase ne yafi se Kwasi Nyantechi kwantankura no. Ankurankura no ena ya twene free so rabebo fam. Nanso ne yanim da se Kwasi Nyantechi ba no. What the Ghana football and never from. Was it Ghana football? Oh, yeah, the amount of my Ghana shrine, we are here. Your football come on, papa. No one will say, what was your FIFA and penny phobia? No done what the chair woman say. 1 year Ghana, Naseba de Fee. One more PM. Oh, Nana no Munyaji. Now, so now you are Muswansre. Adania. What we say, Nagana for Sebidana Hamo. I didn't bomb Trim, then my. Why did you do that?
What did you do?
What did you do? Ghana, why did you do?
What did you do?
Abba. No, FIFA for you, sir.
What a producer, I didn't do.
You didn't it. You didn't it. What?
And I would young contrast. Hey.
You didn't it. You didn't it. What? Nane. I'm not even from penny for you, sir. We are questioning and teaching Sabra no. Nanya mea dumutinka krakra. Wakona ni mwa kwa jina pempen sobi. Ewo wiase mu ina ball bo enku nwesi mu ama na wo mu bunu papa wo you be so a very dynamic ne ball bo ho adwenkyere ene ho na montuo no na ye kama papa wo kan hu biye ye ma ofiri mu etosi
no mo obi abidi
odidi o mo obi abidi na
ye oba ye
market ogregu
Mimo ni pedi.
No asunu mbonu amaye.
Na to aso.
Entu ose. Dia ne ade ye Kwasi Nyantechi na no na nyo no Kwasi Nyantechi ne ne ade ye no. Na ye omamuni na. Eno man hwehwe ose, hwe Senegal man. Senegal. Wasina na okọ FIFA won. Senegal for no wo ewure bi e wo FIFA ho a wo gina Senegal for na mo na mu Senegal yo na ma ewura no se dia na no duru dwom wo FIFA nti ye hwe Senegal enye se dio ma ne nkrofo
ne bro for grand said anya very good
very good
plans that got
and advance so
wanu
padru FIFA ema nana esanse na no duru dwom wo FIFA nti hwe Senegal ball said ye Aliou Cisse aswan yi ama Senegal e say match no mo share 2 ne so o ti hwe wo ye obi e kandini a ho wo nyina mo no ankasa wo o gina mo mani na no obi nkase obi e kandini no ye de anya e ma yenka so na mum na na se e betwena ba fom de kojinya techi de no emi fa nsua se bi
enti masusu ama momyempe kosua na snap nto so wo awo body oni aba body en faka ho na yempe sikanta ato ne yemfa nkosere no ye kwanso a ye de miama sori SD Quartet ebedi achi anwuma ye de beko ne eye kwasinya ntachi yaba wani yewra ye dotie
yewra ye kura
gana yafum yaba wani
yewra kwasi
etina yaba
so adum kwasi fire bone che
so be be
ani ne da na
ye wiye na eno ma ka ni ire nchi na bebo ye wiye na Quartet ne so de chire ye nia entia boni yi abaji Yesu awoyo ne dedem awoyo na yona kwasi nyante yona ye kwasi uye mobo kwasi uye mobo kwasi
na ye na sie kwa na fi akase obi a o kan bi akwesi yan techi odwan ko ye na fo kwa atem so fa so
angwa so se mun twate mu ba kiya mun twate
nya cruise na nye o mi Babylons
fire burn them
yes
Nebuchadnezzar Babylonians
yeah
sorry
Saddam Hussein
ada munya sa
o da ma sa ba Friday mu behu
ai
nana yanko a o fa kwasi
antu echire ye kuba twampa ho sa kwa mi ye so ba ade amudi ye kwasi anya ntachi no mobra na 30 years mo ko nko asum enfia duasa
nane na be watina subura ne ho
enfia duasa woti
minya yaresa
sasa kwa dia ntachi baba ba GF president musomo kan bio la titwa Yesu mo to de na dede matna so bani kunji na fie bia sanwa twi wa twene kon minya yansa au minya Devo don't mind me from the Ade Akye Abia no kan Nkrumah Tikese mi produce friend Kwame uzo dio mi Ravada Salai moto hina na Kwame amunka ye ya boye mfita duku kasa minisi enam kasa omba da de ti enwa ba me mai DJ mami volume ni enko